keep fear games.
All right, so do you guys want to go around and introduce yourselves and get things going?
Okay.
Yeah.
Who wants to start us off?
I'm Auric, the Mountain Dwarf Paladin. And so I've just kind of gotten off this big pilgrimage to Waterdeep and, passed through some towns along the way, had some adventures, and just got done doing some errands in the city to confirm my oath that I took when we just leveled up. So now we're dropping back into things.
Mountain Dwarf, Oath of Conquest Paladin.
My guy's name is Slayer. When we started the adventure, he just came off of his path of slaying all evil things, basically. So, on the way here, he just ran some errands in town, buying lots of chains and traps for things that will help me in the future.
And you are a Minotaur Barbarian.
I like it. I'm Sot, the Lizard Folk Beastmaster Ranger, and I came to the north hunting Yuan Ti. And that's why I'm up here out of the swamp.
Why does it have to be snakes?
Exactly.
I'm Goliath, a halfling druid, Circle of the Moon druid, perfecting my wild shape as we go along.
A little guy who likes to turn into big beasts.
Big things.
You can now turn into a giant lizard.
Awesome.
I am Sorrow. I am a Teeth-Ring sorcerer who also happens to be an urban bounty hunter. I'm trying to find the 5 magi, but then I went on a little side tangent trying to do a side job, figuring, there's a little bit extra money while everybody's going doing something else. End up getting nowhere, and now I'm coming back and, the important magi guy's dead now, so you really messed up on that one. And then I had this guy pop with me, so it wasn't all bad.
Hi, I'm Seth Ricard, or Seth, call me Seth, please. I'm a Dragonborn monk that is just looking for more money because I need it.
All right.
A valiant.
A Dragonborn monk of
Yes.
which way? Way of the Elements or Way of the
Open hand.
Sun Soul.
Oh,
way,
Sun Soul.
Way of the Sun Soul.
Way
Yes.
of the Sun Soul. That's right.
My lizard's name is Lizard.
You are a very creative lizard folk.
Well, I mean, they're... Thank you.
It was the very least you could do.
Yeah. Well, I had to name him something.
Oh, dang it.
All right. So
I got you.
So last week you found the second of the 5 magi, who the first one you just kind of stumbled upon until you met the tiefling bounty hunter who informed you that these magi, who you're pretty sure are mostly upstart noble kids who have given themselves big names. But these noble kids seem like they're definitely up to no good and dabbling in dark magic. So while they might not be very powerful, they are certainly dangerous. I think that's what you have deduced so far. And so with 2 of the 5 magi dead, you have come to the magistrate in Waterdeep to turn in the body of one of these 5 magi and claim your bounty, or at least a portion thereof. So as you approach the magistrate, it's a large stone building, kind of courthouse-esque. However, there's a pillared courtyard where mundane business is conducted outside of the building, and collecting on bounties is considered mundane. So you're not going inside because that's where important business is done. But in this courtyard, lined by these tall white stone pillars, is a large wooden table with a gruff-looking one-eyed dwarf sitting behind it, who bears a tabard with the symbol of the City Watch. And there's a line of 4 or 5 rough-looking guys who are trying to cash in on other bounties, and the group of you are taking up most of the space in line. Especially if you've got your pet lizard with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, other passersby have steered clear of you,
As they should.
giving you a wide berth. Because God knows what that lizard would do. I'm surprised they let it in town. You overhear a couple of common folk mutter behind you.
I don't even take the time to recognize their presence.
I'm gonna look around and make sure there's no big sign that says "No lizard pets allowed" plastered on a pillar somewhere.
There is a sign that points to where bounties are collected, and there's also a sign that points where business license are purchased. And there's a few other lines for other mundane city business type things.
But no signs say no lizards.
No signs say no lizards.
No picture of a big lizard with an X going through it.
Safe. On
You could
2
al-
accounts.
You could always make the argument the humans get to ride their horses in town.
Exactly.
So insensitive.
So as long as your lizard doesn't bite anyone, biting is definitely not allowed in the city limits.
Right.
Whether you're humanoid or lizard
Or horse.
or horse. So, well, a few folks in front of you move the line on, and eventually you get up to the table where the one-eyed dwarf sits, and he says, "What are you ruffians about?"
Do we have a body? Like, yeah, are you dragging the body with us?
Body on the table.
Toss it up on the
Throw it.
table.
Well, I can't toss anything. You can throw it.
I just toss it. It's like, well, here's one in the Magi. Money?
We trade body for coin.
So the Dragonborn and the Dragonborn monk and the Tiefling sorcerer hoist this dead body and just drop it on the table. The dwarf says, "Well, I admire your chutzpah, but that's not exactly how we do things here in the city. But I believe you have delivered on a bounty."
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we delivered on the bounty. There's a dead body right there.
Well, can you prove who she is?
Yeah, we got letters. Don't we have letters somewhere? Can
We
somebody
have
put
her
some-
book to go with.
Oh yeah. That's
Spellbook?
Yeah.
yeah. We got a spell book from her, so you know.
All right. Well, he reaches for the spell book. Do you hand it to him? All right. He's happy to take the spell book, probably because it's worth money. And he says, "Yeah, this should identify her. Her name's in here." So he reaches into a bag of coins that's kind of hidden under the table, and he pulls out 10 gold pieces and hands it to you.
10
Yes.
for a Magi,
Well, you don't get the full amount until you bring in all 5 of them.
but only 10. You sure?
Right, you get 10 for each, and once you get the full set, we'll give you the other 450.
What about for the book?
Yeah.
Oh, the book is evidence. Thanks for that, by the way.
I have a feeling we're getting shoved here. What do you think?
Can I have a check for insight to see if he's telling us the truth?
Yeah.
That's
certainly
only
can.
cost him. Oh no, that's a
I
5.
A
Can I
5?
help?
No,
You don't want to help her.
you don't want to help me.
You have a
Roll
negative
yourself.
insight?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me go ahead and roll for
The
insight.
Minotaur Barbarian completely believes this little dwarf. He looks like a mighty warrior with his one eye and his eye patch.
Ooh.
And
Well,
his
actually, it'd
fancy
be more
shirt with
perception
pictures
than
on it.
anything.
Yes.
No, it's just a 9. Darn it.
All right, so the Tiefling Sorcerer also believes this guy's telling the truth.
Seems like a commendable man.
I also believe him.
you should.
I could try insight.
You want to try to?
Yeah. Why not? Everyone else is doing it.
Third time's a try. No.
I didn't even
9
bother.
plus
I believe him.
9 plus 4.
4.
That's,
9 plus 4. 13.
13?
Yeah.
Well, you do get the feeling that he's probably going to make a profit on the spell book, but he's not lying when he says that the spell book is evidence to prove that she is who she is. So he probably could be giving you a little bit more, since he'll probably make 50 gold on the spell book. But he's not wrong in the fact that the bounty calls 500 gold for all 5 of the members of this gang.
That's telling the truth, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not really interested, so I don't care if he's telling the truth or not, but I'll just kind of, not listening from the side and be like, oh, yeah, we killed another one in the ruins, too. You guys going to collect on that?
How about I persuade? Ask. How about half of the spell book?
Well,
A little bit more.
you mentioned that you found another one in the ruins,
Yeah.
and he instantly goes, well, where's the proof?
This isn't my deal. That's up to them.
Can I drop some bloody
I'll
chains
show
on the
him the
table?
staff, but I'm not giving it to him.
Well, the staff actually belonged to the bugbear, but
We have a little.
but he had a spell book as well.
Yeah. Oh, we did take that one.
Yes, you have his spell book.
Don't give it to me.
I will show him the spell book.
He goes, that's the right name. If you've got his spell book, I mean, wizards never lose their spell books, right? He looks at you because you look like a wizard.
I'm not a wizard. Where are you getting that from?
Well, you're a sorcerer, and he's just a fighter. He doesn't know the difference.
So I've heard.
So we collect the bounty for the other ones?
He says, yeah, if you turn in the spell book and prove that you got him.
Oh, we got a fistful of letters off his dead body. Would you take one of those? They all got his name on them.
Yeah.
Well, let me see these letters.
I'll hand him the one letter of the dead one that we killed or found dead or whatever.
The letter from Miriam to Ronaldo, so that proves the connection between the two.
Yeah, it's got both their names on it. That must be worth extra, I think. Twice as much.
I don't know about that. He says, all right, well, here's another 10 gold, and you're 2 down and 3 to go to get the big money.
All right. We're practically halfway there.
That's right. No whammies. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Now, move along. I got other fish to fry today.
Yeah. I'll start walking off. You guys can persuade or whatever.
Yeah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm wholeheartedly disinterested.
I don't feel like pushing anymore.
Off to the
Take
manor.
a nice jog.
All right, so you're headed to the manor where the other letter referred to the 5 magi were out to acquire. At this point, I think you guys have figured out that these locations have something to do with this old wizard school. So there's a good chance that this manor is another piece of this Wizard Academy puzzle.
Do we know what you get from? Do you learn anything from each one, or are they just like for wizards to study? And
Well,
I'll ask you. Maybe you could give me the spark notes.
What are we doing? For what now? Oh, you want to know about the school?
What do you get from them? I'm a paladin. I'm not too into all of this spell casting and whatnot.
You're a paladin. You also use spells. What are you talking
Not
about?
wizard spells. My god
Like,
gives
you
me
go
these
to the
spells.
aberration, because it's protection magic.
right, each
Yeah.
of the spellcasters who passed the test at the abjuration school earned an extra spell.
Yeah, we earned an aberration spell. So, and you didn't need to have the skill to use it, right?
It just had to be one of your class spells.
Yeah. So,
But any class spell that was an abjuration spell, you were able to add to your spells now.
Spell. Ripping head.
I'll have to stop by there maybe if I can even learn any abjuration spells.
I'm most
sure
likely,
you can.
I most likely will be able
Shield
to.
of faith.
so we think each one of these locations, they said the tiefling got a message from her, whatever, hell god or whatever it was, that we should know all 8. So we think there's 8 of these. There's 8 locations of these schools. You gain something every time you
8?
You go.
We're missing a couple then. We're
missing a
gonna
few.
have to find them.
That's what we do.
Yeah, well, I'm satisfied with that.
We get a nifty trinket from each one. We got a scarf. In the last
Do we each get a scarf, or is it a one-time?
got a scarf.
Oh man, I definitely have to go back there then. I need a scarf.
Well, you have to pass the test to earn the scarf.
Oh, I'm sure I could pass any test they throw at me.
Well, your sorcerer here, as soon as he says 8 schools of magic out loud, your sorcerer would identify that there are specifically 8 types of magic.
Yes.
So that makes sense that there would be 8 schools within this wizard academy, one for each type of magic.
And we did think that was a god, or a messenger for a god, right? The helm.
Yes, the angelic knight that you guys met was a messenger from the god Helm.
We've gained
So
the
there may
god
be something in each one of those, because you're, a pact, or maybe you can get a boon or something.
Because the inn, which is, disguising the school of abjuration, was built on the site of an ancient Helm temple. So that was part of the test, was they went down into this kind of spiritual memory of Helm's temple that was on that place, and that's where they conducted part of their test to join the school of abjuration.
But he did, so like he offered the spellcasters that, but he did offer to Tiefling he would free her from her evil deity she could turn. Of course she didn't do it.
Yeah.
He offered her a chance.
Sweet deal.
He offered her a chance to become a patron of a celestial instead of a patron of a great old one.
Can't trust the tieflings. Evil is evil goes.
Well, remember,
I'm right here.
there's a tiefling here.
I call him
He
like I
means
see
it.
him.
He's keeping an eye on you.
No,
Is
it's
Twitchland
okay, buddy.
on here?
We need
Two
them
viewers.
now.
What are you people doing out there?
Money.
I can't keep a straight face with that.
All right. So you're headed to the manor, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, do you guys know where the manor is at?
Yes, we bought a map.
Yeah.
We stole a map. I can't remember which.
Yeah, that's the best. Yeah, you stole it.
The tiefling warlock stole the map. Yes.
Good on him.
Her.
Her.
The evil one.
You?
Stop it. Get some help.
We don't need it.
So we should know.
All right. So you look up the manor on the map, find the location. It's in the North District, kind of on the outer edge of the North District, because most of the manors in the North District are really nice and expensive, and rather wealthy people live there.
Nice.
Do I see any demons or anything roaming the streets?
No demons running the streets.
It doesn't say Castellaner on the door, does it?
No, it does not say Castellaner on the door.
Excellent.
All right. So as you enter the North Ward, the houses here are elegant and fancy, belonging to either wealthy merchants or even larger ones to nobles. So as you move through this area of the city, the citizenry is less eclectic in this part of the city. It's mostly human and elves. You don't see nearly as many dragonborn or gnomes or halflings or dwarves. Almost as if the elite of the city tend to usually be elves or humans.
I don't fit in here.
So we stand out.
Elf privilege.
Check it.
I don't care.
Yeah, so you all stand out. None of you are elf or human.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we probably
That's fair,
especially
yeah.
so.
That's fair.
How tall is your lizard folk?
Like 7'3", 7'4". He's pretty tall.
Yeah, so the lizard folk and the minotaur definitely stand out among the gnome and the dwarf, or the halfling and the dwarf.
I would describe him as an absolute unit.
Man of culture.
Yes.
So the two of you definitely stand out.
Especially with my horns.
And the tiefling
and my
sorcerer
lizard mouth.
always stands out.
I don't care.
the citizenry are far more friendly with Dragonborn and halflings. But no one seems to stop you.
Well, it's probably a good decision.
Yes.
Yeah, it's completely fair.
Besides, I kind of work with the police, so if they got a problem, they don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. I know what I'm doing.
You have a license to hunt bounty.
Yes, I do.
And Lizard can eat an awful lot.
Boy, this town looks like a great place for dinner, don't you think?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, as you near the area marked on your map, you notice that one of the manors is kind of shrouded in this heavy fog, which definitely stands out against the bright sunny day. It's hard not to assume that it's supernatural, that this rundown manor is clouded in this fog. But the citizens of Waterdeep, they're used to bizarre magical things. There's giant statues that used to come alive in this city. There's floating towers. There's all sorts of various magic and arcane oddities in this big metropolitan city. Right. So the fact that this one manor, I mean, it's an eyesore to the locals, but so what if it has a cloud of fog that hangs over it every day?
All day.
They're kind of used to it. Everybody just walks around it and tries to pretend it's not there. The manor, as you approach, you see it looks to be about 3 stories high, with an additional tower that kind of juts up the kind of middle back of the manor. There's a 4-foot stone wall that goes all the way around and kind of obscures the manor from view, but especially the taller ones of you, the Dragonborn, the Tiefling, and the Lizard folk, it's easy to tell, even with the fog and the wall, that the manor is pretty run down. It looks like it's been in disrepair for a really long time. Not too different from the inn that you were at just a day or so ago.
It's a trap.
Can I kind of like hop up and see over the wall?
You certainly can.
I want to look through the windows and make sure there aren't any homeless people inside.
Are you going to hop over the wall and go up to the windows?
If there was
No, I
homeless
just want to
people
look from
in
the
there,
wall,
I'd know.
kind of peek over.
Evil homeless.
Somebody
was homeless
tossed me over
people,
the
I'd
wall.
know. I've been around these weird
We're not at
places
that
before.
point yet, believe me.
All right, so you just kind of scale the wall and look over.
Yeah, I just want to peek my head over.
All right,
19.
on your perception check.
Yep.
There doesn't appear to be any movement in the house.
Okay.
The windows are boarded up. There doesn't appear to be any lights on inside.
Yeah.
But you notice when you stick your head over the wall, there's a low howling wind that kind of circles the manor, as if the fog is kind of keeping an air current circling around.
Sounds great. Let's go.
No homeless people in there. Lots of
So
boards,
all
though.
the windows are
Lots of
boarded
boards.
up all the way up.
All the windows are boarded up, and the doors. If you guys are on the front side, all the doors look like they're intact.
Toss
I'm
me
gonna
over
go
to
to
try
the
to open it.
All right, you're
Just
gonna
open
just
the door.
hop over the wall or go through the gate.
Yes, my person's not the brightest.
I'm too short. Throw me over the wall.
I'm gonna bring this man with me.
How tall's the wall?
Only 4 feet.
Oh,
I'm like a foot and a half.
like we're gonna have to scale this thing, or I can just step over it.
There's a gate. Let's just go through the gate.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Is there a front gate?
There's an iron gate in the front.
We never go on the front gate.
What are you talking about? This is perfect.
You can go through the magic gate. I'll go over the normal wall.
I'm just going through the door. I don't care.
All right, so who's hopping over the wall?
I am.
All right,
I'll go over the wall as well
And he's throwing me
with my Minotaur
I'm bringing
friend.
this man with me.
all right, and you're going too.
Yeah, he's picking me up and tossing me over.
All right, you're going over towards the front of the house, or
As all
What
smart
way,
people
what
in
way is the
adventure,
wind
let's
blowing?
split up.
Is it all going in one direction,
it
or?
kind of circles, kind of counterclockwise around the manor.
I'll walk around the house counterclockwise to get to the front with the wind.
All right. And then you're gonna hop over the wall in the front of the house.
Oh, I was gonna like hop and then walk with the wind.
Oh,
to get
walk with the wind.
yeah.
All right. So everybody's hopping over. Tieflings going through the gate.
What about you?
Are you hopping the wall? Or are you going?
Well, I like him more because he likes money, so I'll follow him.
All right. So the two of you go through the gate, and the four of you hop over the wall. I'm assuming your lizard climbs over too.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on top of the lizard currently.
Oh, you're riding the lizard?
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know how to. Yeah, that works. That works perfectly.
There we go. All right, let's go ahead and slide these guys out of the way.
Cool.
All right, so it looks very much like this with two arching stairwells that go up to a large front porch. And there's two doors and two windows here on the front of the house.
I'm gonna try to go around the back.
You want to go head around the back?
Yes.
Samesies.
Yes.
All right, so you guys are heading around this way?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I was walking that way to go along with the wind anyway, right? Isn't that the direction, or is it the other way?
Counterclockwise would be this way.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm walking that way anyway.
All right, so you guys are headed this direction.
Right.
All right.
Well, I'm going. I don't know
You're
if
going
anybody
with
else
them?
is.
All right. All right, what are the two of you doing?
I'm going up this stairwell.
You're going up the stairwell? You
Yeah.
can go ahead and move those miniatures up.
You know what? They only have casters. Can I go up the front door with them?
You fool! You're gonna go against the wind?
They're casters.
Well, we can always run back.
He's a monk. What are you talking about?
Oh, I understand.
Got the power of the sun on my side.
Praise the sun.
Oh yeah, he's a monk. He's not a caster.
Same thing.
He's
It's not.
So I take it we're in the fog.
Well, the fog is
Up
like
above?
about 10 feet above you.
Okay.
It kind of hangs equal to like the second level of the house, and kind of partially covers the third. So you kind of see the fourth floor tower peeking out the top of the fog from the front. When you were outside the wall, now that you're inside the wall, you can't really see the top of the manor at all. It's all above you is all covered in fog. And what is the tiefling and the monk's passive perception?
14.
10.
10 and
14.
14? Alright, so the monk, as you're climbing the stairs, you catch out of the corner of your eye 3 shadowy figures stalking up behind you. They're coming out from behind the other stairwell, headed your way.
That's not
My
good.
friend Sadness, turn around.
Sorrow, but yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, they don't hesitate to charge towards you and attack. So everybody roll initiative.
It's alright, I
It is
never rolled
Wednesday, my dudes.
very good initiative.
Nah, that hit the book. Hold on, let me pull that again. Yay! That's 18.
Alright, so
I got a natural 20.
So Slayer got a natural 20. Sorrow, the tiefling sorcerer, got a 18.
Yes.
Alright, bad guy's got a 17.
18.
18?
Yep.
Alright, where's Oric? And what, I got you. Where are you at? 5? What is it? 8? Alright.
I got a 10.
10. Alright.
Rolling high.
Alright, so we're going this way.
Hey, that's alright. Traditionally, I'm always terrible at initiative and good at attacking. That's all that matters.
Alright. Unfortunately, the group of over here have not noticed them yet. So,
You should call out for help.
If they get a chance.
So effectively, they have surprise on the tiefling.
Yeah.
So the monk gets to go, and then they'll go. Because since you're surprised, you don't get your action this turn. And then we'll pick up initiative order with everybody else. I just figured it'd be easier to roll one initiative. Because eventually I figured you guys would come running.
Maybe. I don't want to go against the wind, so maybe you'll be waiting for me. I'm going all the way around.
The wind's above us.
Well, the fog's above us.
The wind is above us.
No, the fog is like at your level. It's like the wind kind of is what's keeping the fog up. And now that you're inside the gate, there's this more intense, kind of howl that kind of circles the house.
If you want to mess with magic wind, I don't want to mess with magic wind.
Can I hear anything on the wind that is like a sound of battle or anything?
No battle's even started yet.
Maybe footsteps, maybe.
All right, so it's the howl of the wind is what keeps you from hearing them get snuck up upon over there.
I'll just ready in action.
All right, so
The bad guys go first? Or was that them?
the monk gets to go because he saw them coming. He wasn't surprised by them.
Hope this.
So do you want to attack?
Or yell out for some help.
Or you can do both.
You
Yeah,
can
you
yell,
can
but it's
do
not
I
going to
think
do
I'll do
anything.
both, yes.
All right.
Wait. I have breath attack. Maybe I could use that to try signaling for help.
Yes. In fact, your breath attack is it a cone?
Yes.
Yeah. You can hit all three of them with your breath attack.
Dragon. Was what I was going for. Okay. We'll go ahead and do that.
All right. So they're going to make a saving throw.
All right.
What is the difficulty check for your your breath?
The DC 12.
12.
Yes.
All right. So two of them take the full damage from your breath attack.
Okay.
One of them only takes half because they nimbly made their saving throw. So roll your damage. Is it a 2d6, I believe? All right.
Is that it? Yes. I need another.
There you go.
Thank you, my good friend Emotion. 9.
9. All right. So two of them take 9, and one of them only takes 4. Sure. If you want to put 4 on that one. Yep. 9 on that. Those two.
Do I see the fire?
Did it somehow get
What color is your dragon breath, or what type of dragon breath is it?
Like, so, cold.
Cold.
So,
All right, so you see a blast of white and feel cold air being carried on the howling wind towards you.
I'll immediately run
When did
over.
somebody blow against this? Why is it so cold? Oh,
No, you're with me.
yes, I know.
All right, well, so that was the monk's turn, so we'll pick up an initiative after the monk just to keep from getting things confusing. So the monk is here, so the druid is up next.
Oh, okay. And I see it or whatever?
You feel the cold air and you see the white blast. You probably hear it as well, too.
It's like,
I can't do any better than that right now.
I can move 25 feet, right? I'll move 25 feet closer.
All right. Go ahead and move yourself.
Now, can I cast Ice Knife without hitting my peeps?
Let's see. They are, I imagine, kind of like that.
I think you'd hit at least the Dragonborn.
Yeah, if you threw it towards the back, you could hit the 2 in the back without hitting them.
Yeah.
Thought you had to.
You have to target an individual.
Target an individual.
Yeah.
Right.
So probably not.
So probably not. You'll probably hit the Dragonborn.
I'm just gonna
But he
ready.
breathed cold air, so he might have resistance to.
He does have resistance to cold.
Do it.
Oh, if the Dragonborn has resistance to cold, then yeah. Then I cast Ice on it.
All right. Which one are you targeting?
This one?
All right. So roll the hit as you summon a frosty blade in your hand and sling it at the woman in red with the dark cloak.
The 12?
I think that lands cockeye. Would you re-roll that?
That was weird.
There you
That's
go.
better.
Plus...
Well, 16 is going to hit.
Okay,
So
then.
regardless of the plus, you're good. As the icy shards hits into her and then explodes, hitting everything around it.
High damage.
So 2 on that one.
So you do 2 damage to her.
Yeah. And everybody else takes
And then everyone else has to make dexterity
dex
saves,
saves for 2d6.
including the person you target
Right.
and the Dragonborn.
That's not the best.
What's your spell DC?
13.
All right. So again, the one in the middle saves. The other 2 fail. Did you make yours dex save?
I rolled a 17, I think. Yeah.
You roll
17 plus 2.
Alright,
So
Oh,
you got
19. Yeah. Plus 19.
So he saves.
that is resistant, so that makes
9.
it
9 damage. All right.
So these 2 takes 9.
Yep. And then.
All right.
So those
20
are
for
both.
him.
You would take 2.
So you would take 2 damage.
I would? Okay.
so.
When I look over, what do I see?
You see a group of hooded figures trying to attack the Dragonborn and the Tiefling,
All right.
and you see your gnome or your halfling druid friend just ran over there and threw an icy spell at them.
All right. Well, I'm just going to knock an arrow and fire it at the guy closest to me,
All right.
and that's going to be 17 to hit
All right.
and 5 damage.
Okay. So you hit the woman in red with the dark
Yes.
cloak.
25.
All right. She
And then-
appears badly wounded.
And then I'm going to use my movement to back up this way, like 15 feet. So I can't reach over there. So yeah.
All right. So you're up against the wall then.
Yeah.
The manor. Out the wall of the yard.
All right. And then that's my move.
All right. Slayer, the Minotaur, barbarian.
I'm gonna just run up there, and I'm gonna try to throw a net on the most injured one. Always.
Yes. How far can he get here?
30. It's net time.
You hurl your nets.
Yes. Do it at my strength.
There are rules for nets.
Oh, yeah.
You should know.
Does a 17 hit though?
Use a net.
17 hits. I think you rolled a hit, and then it's
It's like a strength DC. I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, that is cool.
Well, it's your job to read about it.
it is your weapon.
I know. I was throwing my chains, but you
A
know.
large or smaller creature hit by a net is restrained until it's freed. A creature can use its action to make a DC 10 strength check, freeing itself or another creature.
All right, so she's restrained, which means she has disadvantage to hit, and everything else has advantage to hit her.
Then I guess that's my turn.
All right.
Or do I still have my action?
No, that was your action.
I only got bonus action left.
All
No,
right.
you don't have anything. When you use a net, you can only use one attack regardless of the number of attacks you can only make.
All right, and the Tiefling Sorcerer is surprised, so doesn't get to go this turn. The Dwarf.
It's got cold.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna kind of shake my head at the druid over there running towards the wind disapprovingly, and I'll chuck a javelin at I guess, can I see the one in the middle there, not the one in the net?
Yeah, because now that she's in the net, she's kind of stoops down. So you can throw it over her head and strike the guy in the back.
Yep. Try to. That is let's see, that's the wrong one. That is a 13.
13.
Does that hit?
That does not hit her.
Oh.
Or does not hit him, no.
Well, it'll go sailing then.
The javelin flies over the stairs.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll just sit there looking. I'm happy with myself. I'll feel the wind in my face.
All right. Well, all of them, eager to make their surprise attacks and get their sneak attack damage, miss horribly. They are apparently not very good assassins.
But good for us.
I got too excited. Amateurs.
Did you try to save me?
Yes.
All right.
I like you.
I need
So-
your money.
Sethrikar, the Dragonborn monk, is up.
Let's see. I think probably the one in the middle. I'm just going to draw my short sword and try to hit him.
All right.
Her. I don't know his gender there.
Go ahead.
I don't care either. I just want their money.
All right. Roll to hits.
You gonna count that? I don't wouldn't count that. Hit the book. Come on.
Should I roll again? Okay.
Yeah, roll the
I
book.
guess I'm rolling again. That's even worse.
Oh no!
All right.
Karma.
So you miss with your short sword, but as a monk, you can use your bonus action to make an attack with your
You can punch.
your martial arts, so you can punch or kick.
Key point.
Yeah, you. Oh, it doesn't need to use a key
Doesn't
point
use
at
a key
that point.
Only if he wants to do flurry of blows, you can use a key
Yeah.
point.
No, I think I'm just gonna straight up punch him.
All right. Punch away.
That's the same. That's the same worst thing.
Oh no!
I'm so bad at this.
All right. So there's a lot of fighting over here, and no one seems to be getting hit.
Well, surprise attack surprised everyone, and now everybody's like,
I blame the wind on mine. It would have hit if the wind wasn't here.
This is a really bad flashback.
All right. So Goliath, the halfling druid, is up.
So the restrained one, I have advantage if I attack?
Yes. And she is also the most wounded out of the group.
Poison spray.
All right. Well, she makes a saving throw against that, I think, right?
Constitution.
Oh yeah.
All right, which she makes actually. The one thing she's done right so far. All right, you still have your bonus action if you wanted to turn into something.
Turn into the wolf.
All right.
Mooch.
The
"Oh
li-
my, big doggy!"
The little halfling twists and turns and transforms into a giant dire wolf. And
That's a big floofer.
Sot.
All right. I'm gonna head this way a little bit, like here, and I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, because I'm low level and that's all I can do. That's 18 to hit for minimum damage, 3 damage
3 damage.
on the lady in red.
All right. Well, that finishes her off.
Carrying the squad. And that's my turn.
All right. And now Slayer, the Minotaur.
I'm gonna walk up again. I'm gonna go to the most injured one, and I'm gonna stab him very hard.
All right, I think they're both pretty injured at this point, so take your pick.
The one closest.
The one closest.
He had a seizure. No.
Can I do some non-lethal damage to them?
Of course you can.
Yes.
You just have to say it. That's what I'm telling you.
Hey.
Roll.
You want to try to take him alive?
Yes. Of course, always.
You have to roll the hit.
You gotta roll to hit.
Oh yes. I completely forgot about that. That's a 24.
24 definitely hits.
Oh my god!
6, That'd be 10 damage.
10 damage. All right, somebody add 10 to that tracker there. He's still standing, but looks rather surprised as this 7-foot-tall minotaur runs up on him and attacks him.
I'm gonna do something next turn.
All right, and
They survive.
Sorrow, the tiefling sorcerer, it's your turn.
Ray of Frost, closest one to me.
All right, now remember, he's coming at you with melee combat, so you're gonna have disadvantage to hit with that.
Oh, seriously?
Yep. Do you have a touch spell?
Possibly. Let's just see.
If you have a touch spell, that would not require a disadvantage.
Is Burning Hands touch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll do Burning Hands.
Touch, right?
It's a cone, a big one.
Yeah, Burning Hands is an area effect, so you're not rolling to hit with that. So you can do Burning Hands if you want.
Let's see, Burning Hands. Let me take a look at that. I'm pretty sure that's a touch. Let me see.
It's an area effect, so
Oh, it's an area effect.
they'll have to make a saving throw, so you're not rolling to hit, so that'll work.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
All right.
Dex save.
So the tiefling stretches out his hands and casts a cone of fire. The one directly in front of you fails the saving throw, so he's going to take full damage. The one in back continues to make those saving throws. That must be the nimble one.
I guess so. So 3d6, I guess.
Yes.
Captured most nimble.
9.
9 damage?
Yes.
Well, the one directly in front of you goes up in flames, screaming as it twists and writhes and rolls down the stairs
That's only one damage.
into a smoldering heap.
Fire nice. I like the
We
thing.
shall make a new
It's
friend
just like how
today.
Grandma went.
Oh no!
I'm so sorry.
More than 20 arrows?
Please continue.
You say like 60? Sure. Okay. Since I can make my ammo anyway.
It's like movie
You have
arrows.
some unexplained
All right.
childhood issues.
Auric, the dwarf paladin, it's your turn.
Well, there's only one left. They're all there dealing with it. I'm gonna kind of dust myself off and my job here is done, and I'm gonna keep walking around with the wind.
You threw your javelin and it missed, so
Yeah.
you're like, this wind.
Yeah,
Mission accomplished.
I'm not dealing with the wind. I'm gonna start walking the way I was walking before.
All right. So you walk past the lizard folk ranger.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, they can handle it.
Squad goes.
All right. As you round this corner of the house here, the howling of the wind gets more intense,
Ah,
almost as if you might be coming closer to the source of this strange wind.
Maybe you shouldn't go alone.
I'm sure you guys will come by sometime.
Never
Maybe.
split the party.
One day in the century.
All right. At which point, this guy disengages and runs away, hopping over the gate and out into the city street.
Can I follow him?
Don't split the party.
You can, but it's not your turn just yet. All right, Sethrakar, the Dragonborn monk.
I think I've done it.
What's that?
I'm not sure what to do. I don't want to follow him. I want to get my money from this place.
I'll call over and be like, the wind's from back here.
All right, you hear the dwarf calling about the wind.
It comes from the other side of the house.
It's magic, magic wind, I tell
The
you.
wind carries it.
Whatever you won't do.
I think we might as well just see where the wind goes now.
Okay. Lead the way.
Actually, we're at the door. We can just break in there.
Oh yeah, we could break in the door. Yeah.
All right, you want to just go up to the door?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I'm gonna die.
All right, so unless anybody's going to chase after the guy, we don't need to stay in initiative order.
I'm gonna just throw one last net, see if I can catch him.
All right, just going to run to the gate and try to hurl a net at him?
Yes.
All right, he's fast because he was able to disengage, move, and dash,
Jeez.
Can I do it with disadvantage?
which probably means he's a rogue for anybody who's keeping track.
18 to add my...
Roll with disadvantage because it's definitely at the extreme range of your net.
Ooh,
2.
no.
All right, you happen to catch the cabbage salesman who's pushing his cart nearby.
He could be evil as well.
Oh no, it's cabbages. What would we do?
He can keep my net for free.
You let him keep the net.
I don't set him free, but I let him keep the net.
All right. So what do you say anything, or do you just walk away?
You are
I don't
welcome
like
for my
food.
gift.
He looks at you strangely and tries to get himself free of the net.
Good luck.
So we're out of initiative?
We are, yes.
I run up towards the paladin.
Ah,
Keep him company.
you finally come to your senses, I see.
I'm gonna bring the bodies with me and just sort of walk with them to the side of the house.
Yeah, since he's saying where should go with him, I think that'd be best.
Leave no evidence. I'm gonna take the bodies with me.
Let's keep everybody
You brought the
together.
body with you?
Both of them. We
house
can't leave
looks
any
nice.
evidence.
You're carrying the bodies with you?
Yes.
All right.
Lizard's gonna take a big, like one of his legs and just like munch it off.
Jeez.
Like a turkey leg?
Like
walking
a-
around?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's my lizard, right? My pet.
Oh, I thought you meant you.
Yeah, I mean, he just like bit into it. Took the whole leg.
You'll get the other one later. That's for
Yeah,
the road.
basically.
All right, so you catch up with the group.
Should we like do this quietly?
It's wind.
The wind is
What are
blowing.
we
There's
gonna
no
do?
way that they're going to hear us. Unless if they go...
The wolf has some hit
When's
The
points,
wind is
right?
blowing this way.
Yeah, 37. I'll walk in front. The wolf's got some hit points.
I can go up front.
I'm the paladin. I'm up front.
He's at
so
the very front.
Whoever wants to walk with me can walk
I
too.
mean, if
will
we're trying to
bite
be
anybody who
sneaky
walks
and
past me.
scout, if I'll go up front. If we're just walking up front, if we're just walking through,
We're here to
I
murder
don't
some
care.
fools.
I'm just walking. You guys can sneak and maybe
All right.
surprise them if you want. But
We're here to murder
well,
fools.
I'll go ahead like 25 or 30 feet stealthily
All right, give me a stealth check.
without the lizard. Without the lizard, I'm leaving him behind.
Okay.
All right. That's a 13.
13?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm gonna stay like against the wall. So like, I'm gonna stay like against the
Okay,
wall.
so you're kind of creeping up on the
Yeah.
along the wall.
Just seeing what I can see from behind.
All right. As you get close to the well, there's a large broken angel statue here and an empty well. That seems to be the source of the howling wind, as if like there's just wind gushing up from that old well.
All right.
We found a dumping place.
But that's all. I don't see any like anybody who's gonna like pop out and try to shiv me.
You just see the effects of the wind as you're moving through this foliage here, these bushes. You kind of make out that this used to be an organized garden. There's little timbers and boxes that are all rotten and decayed, and then it's all terribly overgrown.
Okay.
So at some point this was a nice garden, but now it's just mixed mash of weeds and overgrown brush.
All right.
But it's all shaking in the wind as the wind swirls around the house, all the trees and the bushes.
All right. So I step back and I convey this information to everyone.
I see. You tell them about the
I tell them
howling
about
well.
the howling well, and that I didn't see anything back here that seemed like an immediate danger.
I am enjoying all of this.
well. We can deal with the well and the wind, or we can keep going, I guess.
I say we keep going.
Whatever y'all want to do. I'm enjoying the wind, the well. This is great. This is great.
How
Alright,
big
We're
did
gonna
the
have
well
to walk
look?
past the well, right?
Did you make a perception check?
No.
Okay, give me a perception check since you're up front there.
I mean, that's lower than my passive,
All right.
which is 14. But that is 10 that I
Alright.
rolled.
Well, even with a 10, you notice this door is broken and shattered.
Okay.
So it appears to be an easy way into the house.
Okay.
Also, the Minotaur, you're carrying the bodies. Are you like investigating the bodies at all?
Yeah,
or-
I'm gonna do that, with my free time.
Well, one's minus a leg.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully there wasn't anything important on that leg.
Whatever's on that leg is gone.
The blood is kind of getting all over your fur from the severed leg. But it probably adds
It
to your
fits my
aesthetic.
appearance.
Yeah, it adds to your aesthetic. And if you search them, you notice that they all have winged snake tattoos.
Viewer count just jumped.
Oh wow!
Understandable. We were at 2 a second ago.
If you look, they all have winged snake tattoos on their forearm.
Demons, I see.
That's your conclusion.
Yes, always.
Because they must work for demons.
Indeed.
Is that your conclusion for
Yes.
everything? Okay.
You know,
I'm
that
right
cabbage man
here.
could be a demon. Filthy demon.
The Minotaur is convinced that he is a demon hunter.
It's okay, my friend.
Yeah.
You're fine. The way you are.
Murder
I
is
mean,
my
you could be.
I'm a man.
Crying emojis.
Yes. I must kill.
You got one behind you.
We'll save that for later.
You're back from your scouting mission.
Yeah.
I'll ask you, how big did the well look? How far across is it?
Like, let's say 5 feet wide.
5 feet wide. Oh, well.
Perfect for bodies.
And so that's like an old garden. Do I see anything that I could maybe use, like a 5 foot wide plant pot or something that's been discarded there?
We have a couple of bodies.
Yeah.
Well, bodies are pliable, right? They might just get sucked right or blown right out.
But if we have many bodies and we put them in,
We should just chuck one in.
What if it just flies right back out, hits us right in the face?
Then we
on the
step
way
back.
We'll never know until we do it.
Well, we can try the bodies first, but I want to find a more permanent solution.
Well, surveying the area, there are some trees that they're not quite 5 foot wide trunks, but there are some trees, maybe 2 or 3, that you can cut down together if you wanted to clog the well.
I'll keep that in
one of us
mind.
could climb down, you know.
Climb down the magical wind well. You can climb down if you want.
Plus, if you stop it, then the fog will probably descend on us.
Maybe.
Does it really matter? I mean, we're going to go in this house and it's going to be.
That
I
would
don't
give me
know.
Are we
advantage
still
on
out of
stealth checks.
initiative? Or we're not in initiative, right?
Nah.
I walk up into the house.
Good answer.
I'm gonna go
So
through the
what
front
about the
door.
well?
All right, so the wolf just walks past the well into the house.
I'm gonna go through the front door to try to like flank them if they're inside.
That's the perfect time for the well to get you. All of a sudden, it starts sucking in air, and you get pulled into it.
I have a feeling the well is holding up the fog, so I don't want to turn it off.
All right.
That's
suggest
actually a
to
good
the Minotaur
observation.
that
What
maybe
if
you
the
should
fog
put one
is
of these
deadly
bodies in the well,
and
see what
it's
happens.
that's saving us?
Later.
Okay.
What,
Be
you're
my
gonna
friend
take?
for now.
You're gonna take him with us?
Very good.
They're technically projectile weapons.
Do I smell or hear anything? I have advantage on perception.
Alright, we'll just
It's hard to smell anything.
Chuck
with
them in the
wind
corner.
whipping around the way it is.
I'll bring them with me. I'll throw them at people.
Do I perceive anything? I do not.
All right, so the Minotaur said you're going to come up and do what?
I'm gonna try to go through the front door.
Oh, you're going to come this way?
What?
I want to flank them. It's all about the strategy.
All right,
Last time a barbarian kicked in a door, he got fed to spiders.
Well, I'm smarter, obviously.
do I see any windows that are open? Or like busted in or anything?
there's a window here that's boarded up that you saw on your way by.
What about on like the next levels up?
Fog's up there.
It's
Oh,
foggy up there. Yeah, good. Thanks for that. 'Cause now I don't have to flip the map over.
Valid argument.
We could get rid of the well and find out.
Well, not if the druid is right. If you close the well and the fog drops, then you're even less visible.
I could get on your shoulders, then I'd be above the fog. I could tell you.
All right, so I will leave Lizard out here for now.
All right.
Leave Lizard in the corner.
All right. So he moves to the corner.
Yeah. And
right.
I will sneak up the stairs and poke my head in.
All right. Well, that's where you're headed. So
Yeah.
that's. And then what are you guys doing? I'm just trying to get a feel for what everybody's doing, and then.
And following him. Yeah.
I go in the front door.
Oh, we're going to the front door.
All right. So you guys follow the Minotaur. You guys wanted to go in the front door in the first place.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna come up to this corner then, and I want to take a look at the angel before I come any closer, just like from
So, like
afar.
here?
Yeah.
right.
And does it look like any kind of religious thing, or?
Give me a religion check.
16.
You've seen a variety of different angelic forms. With a 16, you might be able to narrow this down to either like Helm or Tempest, one of the lawful gods, most likely. just given your knowledge of the type of sculpting that goes into the different angels.
Okay.
So at one point, this was probably a symbol for good.
We've run into a lot of those, apparently.
Hey, why don't we pause real quick because our numbers on Twitch just jumped up dramatically. I think we had a whole bunch of people just join us.
Yeah.
If we want to go around and introduce the characters again so everybody knows who's who.
Yeah.
I'm Auric, the Mountain Dwarf Conquest Paladin.
Who's right here.
Yep. Checking out the angel.
I'm Slayer. I'm the Minotaur.
Barbarian.
I'm a barbarian, and I'm just right here at the door.
All right. I'm Sot, and I am a lizard folk Beastmaster Ranger with my trusty giant lizard, Lizard. That's his name. His lizard.
Giant lizard named Lizard.
Yes.
I'm Goliath, the halfling druid. I'm currently a direwolf. We're about to enter the manor.
I'm Sorrow. I'm a tiefling sorcerer. I happen to be right there. Unpainted, but it's okay. I like being gray.
You're marble.
Mark.
Beautiful. I am forgot my own name. Just call me Seth. I'm the Dragonborn sorcerer monk right over there. I like funny. How about you?
Indeed.
All right. The group has been hunting the bounty of the 5 magi. They've caught 2 of the 5 so far, and their latest lead has brought them to this rundown manor in the middle of Waterdeep. It has eerie fog surrounding it and a howling well that's gusting wind that whips around the manor. And the paladin has taken great interest in the mysterious, what he has determined is a magical well.
Not natural. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
It isn't natural.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
I just don't want to mess with it.
Somebody has got to.
I mean, I think we get the Minotaur to throw a body in.
We could get
As
more
long as
bodies
it's not
later.
me doing it.
Of course the well's not natural. It's man-made.
Or we could
It's made
take
of
the trees
bricks.
down and lock it.
Bricks aren't natural.
That's the point.
The well makes a perception check.
Right?
All right.
Maybe we can deal with the well after exploring the house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we
All
have more
compromise,
friends.
all compromise.
Besides, I don't want to turn it from blow to suck and then just go.
All right.
I'll come
well,
up
that would
behind
not
them
be
then
fun.
if they're already on the steps.
We don't want to have a Spaceballs moment.
as the druid in direwolf
No, it's the
form
reverse.
and the lizard folk ranger get close to the well, the wind swirls around tightly and lashes out at you. Let's see, what's the wolf's armor class?
14.
14? All right, so you get pummeled by a big gust of wind striking you in the face, and you take 11 damage from an intense gust of wind striking you in the nose. And then the lizard folk ranger also gets harassed by the wind.
Hit me.
In fact, it's give me a strength saving throw.
6.
All right, so the ranger is picked up and is swirling around in the wind.
I tried to tell you, nobody listens.
I'm gonna yell out, "Lizard! Lizard, help!" And I'm gonna try to call my lizard to come pull me out of the well.
It's so refreshing.
All right, so you are effectively restrained by this wind. You're like spiraled around, you're swirling in place as if a windstorm, like a dust devil, has picked you up.
Right.
You're like Dorothy's house in the Wizard of Oz right now.
All right.
All right, and let's roll initiative.
Hey, there's a good roll.
Come back. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, did anybody beat a 20?
I did 21.
21. All right.
Sot. I was last time, so
Alright.
first this time.
I'm always trying to warn people. In Waterdeep, it was about the halflings, and this one is about the well. Nobody listens. Nobody ever listens.
All right.
I got an 18 again.
18?
Yep.
All right. Where do
I
you
got an 11.
11? All right. Slayer's at an 11. Where's Sorrow at?
12.
All right. And Sethrakar.
14.
14? All right, so you're ahead of Slayer and after Oric. Where are you at? 6. All right, you go after the wind.
After the win.
I always try to.
All right, Sa'at, you are restrained by the wind.
I am.
Do you want to try to make an action to, or use your action to escape?
I want to. Can I have Lizard come over and help me?
Yes. So
Do
that way you can have advantage on your
Right.
strength check to escape.
Okay.
To capture the demon.
So that's
We don't
20.
even see anything though.
All right, so you break free of the wind with the help of your lizard companion.
Thank you, Lizard. An actual lifesaver. And that's all I can do.
All right, and Oric, the Dwarven Paladin, you are up.
What's it made out of? Stone?
The well?
Yeah.
The well is stone.
I'm gonna summon my ooze in the well.
You're gonna summon your
Yes. I'll see what it does.
Oh no, the
I have an
ooze.
amulet that summons a black ooze.
great. No, great.
The gray ooze. Well, it's blackened after joining forces with me. We'll see what it does.
I have got one. I just forgot to get it out. I should have remembered your magic item.
Really, it's whatever
I
problem you
remember that
have.
from that one shot.
Summon the ooze. See what it does. See if it'll help any.
All right, so you're just gonna summon your ooze on top of the well.
Yeah, and maybe it'll eat some of the stone, and I don't
All right.
know.
Give me an attack roll from the ooze with disadvantage.
I'll have to pull up the ooze's stats. There it is.
So the paladin grabs a hold of his amulet and calls out the magic command word, and a big gray pile of goo drops magically out of thin air on top of the well.
That's a 12.
12
Yep.
to hit.
Yep.
All right. So it seems to be riding on top of the well as the wind kind of swirls around it, as if it's trying to occupy space with something that is unseen.
Better to use than me.
Even better, it's a ooze. It can absorb it.
All right, and now Sethrakar, the Dragonborn monk. You guys are at the front of the house.
We don't know any of this.
There's a
You can hear me yelling for the ooze, maybe. I always yell ooze whenever I summon it.
Man, this is why Venom's one of the best movies I love.
What was that?
This is why Venom's one of the greatest movies I like to watch.
All right, so you guys are at the front door. Are you gonna try to go in?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Maybe. We can hear him, right?
You probably heard the dwarf yell ooze. Of course, you've just met this dwarf, so you have no idea what that means. You've never seen him use this magic item before.
Our new friends
He's
have
seen the
such
ooze. He
strange
ran in
customs,
after I
don't they?
summoned it once.
They're weird. The ooze is. I think he's got an ooze out. That's weird. Nah, I
I'm
don't
trying
think
to
I
make
need
some
our
kind
help.
of comedic reference here, and I'm just not sure where to go for. There's not much I can say here before getting kicked out.
Too many ooze jokes, and none of them are appropriate for TV. All right.
The best thing I can think of is just to explore the house.
All right, you're trying to open the door?
Yes,
Right.
I'm gonna do it.
Commit. That's what I like.
All right, the door is locked and does not want to open for you.
Can I punch him?
You certainly can.
That's how you solve your problems.
He's a monk.
Let's try and punch it open. I don't think this can. That would be like a strength thing. So
Well, you strike the door.
it's like an 8.
All right. It seems much stronger than a normal door to you. You're not sure if you're feeling weak today or if this is some sort of extra powerful door.
Sorrow, it's made of mahogany.
Oh no. That's some tough
Plan-
stuff.
They planned ahead.
I'm gonna have to think of something real.
Okay?
All right. So Slayer the Minotaur, you're standing next to the monk as he bashes on the door to no avail.
Then I'll just break the door open.
You're gonna break the door open.
Where's the door?
It's
Right
I
there.
got a natural 20. Indeed.
You rolled a nat 20.
Yes.
Break the door?
Yes.
Critted the door.
It's murder.
All right. Surprisingly, you are confident that you have hit this door as hard as you can. It does not budge.
That tells me it's magically locked. You got anything for that?
I'm gonna yell, there's
Yeah.
evil here. I'm gonna try to run away from the door. I cannot defeat it.
You cannot defeat the door.
What are you running to?
Which way are you running?
I can.
come back to the well.
This way?
Yes.
I
All
warned
right,
you about
5,
it.
10, 15, 20, 25. All right, so you just hop off the
Yes.
porch into the shrubbery?
Yes.
All right.
Thought I was dying for a second.
All right, Sorrow, the Tiefling Sorcerer, you are up.
I'm just gonna go to the door and knock on the door.
We're trying to kill these people.
The simplest
Hello?
solutions.
Anybody in there? I know it's a magical door, so maybe knocking will open it.
That is a reasonable approach.
Potato, potato.
So you're just
Knocking.
All right, hello?
Does it work with knocking? Is that how I'm supposed to open the door? Ask nicely first. I figured punching isn't usually how people like hearing things at their door.
All right, so you're taking the polite approach.
Yes.
All right. Nothing seems to happen.
Well, let me do an Arcana check to see what's up with the door.
All right, you might want to roll a d20. Oh, sorry, that looked like a d12 when you picked it up.
It's okay. Let's see. That's 15 plus 1, 16.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that this is magically locked, and you would need the knock spell to open it.
I don't.
As a sorcerer, you have heard of that, but
Yeah.
I'm guessing you do not know that.
That's unfortunately not one of the things I know. I'm not sure if that's even in my powerhouse yet.
It is. It's second level.
It's a second level spell. Yeah, that's why you know you've heard of it. But
Yeah. But it's not available to me, not yet. Yes.
those wizard folks who tend to study their magic, they probably would know it. But
Yeah.
not you sorcerer types.
The learned types.
You sorcerer types go for the flashy stuff.
Yeah.
Every
guess
time I
we're
play
gonna have to
caster,
go
it's always
around.
utility.
Because that door's not really interested in opening right now.
All right, so Goliath, the halfling druid.
Where is he?
Can I attack the
Oh,
wind?
he's the wolf.
He's,
Sorry.
the wolf. He's in direwolf form.
Can I actually attack the wind?
You can certainly try. You have a good idea that it's kind of hovering there right above the well. Or
Is the ooze my ally?
Yeah.
the ooze is your ally, so you would have advantage because you have an ally that's beside you.
Everybody loves the ooze.
But you have disadvantage because you can't see the wind that you're attacking. So it's a wash. So just roll one. Roll that again. It's cockeyed.
How is that possible?
I reroll because I'm 10.
All right. You snap at the wind and don't seem to make an impact.
So I still have my movement. Can I move towards the house or into the house, or is that door broken there? Or?
You could squeeze through that door if you want to.
Yeah, let's try it out.
You're probably going to get an opportunity attack from the wind.
Yeah, let's wait then. Okay, we'll wait.
All right, so we're back to the top with Sa'at.
All right. I am going to chance the opportunity attack and run up the stairs and into the house.
All right.
Will the lizard be able to fit through the door?
He has to squeeze, which makes that difficult terrain.
All right. So I'm going to leave the lizard here.
Okay.
And then so we have separate movements, right?
Right.
I can get here.
Okay.
And
Could be other people.
I chanced an opportunity attack. Do you need to?
Yes. So the wind is going to strike at you as you run by. I have space to roll my die here. It does not hit you. You feel an additional gust of wind sweep past your face as something tried to attack you.
All right. What do I see in here?
You see a parlor. It's a it used to be a nicely tiled, open area. You can also get a view of the second floor. There's like a balcony from the second floor that overlooks the center of the house here. There's several closed doors and there's statues, essentially just like the map looks like. It's relatively empty and dusty. It smells dank. But again, it looks like it was once a very nice manor. Now it's just run down and rickety.
Okay.
It's hard to really hear anything because of the howling of the wind outside. Especially with the only one door open, it's kind of creating a vacuum in the house. So there's a draft coming out at you as you go in, which again makes it very difficult to hear or smell anything.
All right. Well, that's all I can do.
All right, and Oric.
I'm gonna run up next to the wolf in my ooze and swing at the wind.
right,
I guess if
attack
that's what
the
we're doing.
wind.
Yeah.
All right, you have disadvantage because it's invisible.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
It's air.
16 both times.
All right, you strike and your blade bites into this dense center of this wind. You feel like you've struck something.
Just what I wanted.
Are you going to expend one of your smites?
It's kind of early for that. I don't know what else is in there, you know. I warned everybody about the well, but that's 8 damage.
8 damage?
For me, and then we'll have the ooze kind of ooze around and try to ooze it up.
All right, so the ooze tries to attack.
Yep.
It's essentially occupying the same space as the wind.
Another 12, so no, it does not.
It does not.
Okay.
Well, does it still roll with disadvantage? It knows it's there now, right?
What type of senses does the ooze have?
It does blind sight.
That's blind sight?
Yeah, 60 feet.
Yeah, so roll without the disadvantage then. Because the ooze doesn't have eyes anyway.
14.
That's going to hit. So
Awesome.
your ooze actually hits. That's a good point. The ooze doesn't have eyes, so it doesn't matter that the thing's
I
invisible.
mean, imagine if it can feel it. It knows it's there.
Yeah.
It's underneath you. 14.
14. All right, add your ooze's damage to that.
Okay. And if it's wearing armor, it's corroded.
The wind is not wearing armor.
Well, you never know.
All right, Sethrakar, Dragonborn Monk. You are still at the front of the house with a magic door that's not letting you in.
I would like to see if there are any other places to get in.
All right. There's a window right next to you that's boarded up.
We're gonna punch the boards.
Break down the window.
Why not? I've had no luck elsewhere. Let's
For a punch, that'd be Plus 4, I would think. With your monk weapons or unarmed, it's plus 4.
So 15.
Yes.
All right.
15.
You strike the board strongly. Roll your damage.
So it'll be a D4.
I'm new to some of this.
It's all good.
It's all good.
1.
Plus your dexterity or strength modifier, whichever's higher.
Dex, so
They're
that'd be
both
plus
the
2.
same. So 2. Plus 2.
All right. So 3 total damage. You knock one of the boards free with your fist, driving it into the hallway. So you can kind of see in there now, but you're going to have to knock out several more boards before you can get inside.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Punching everything is your strategy.
At the moment, yeah.
Goodness sakes.
And who's up? Slayer?
Yes. I'm gonna try to just move back up there and start punching the boards as well.
All right, you ran away from the door. Now you're running back.
Yeah.
You're like this
I'm
with
not
Mario.
afraid.
window.
Back and forth, back and
The window. I'm not afraid now.
All right, the magical door scared you, but now that you see him breaking down the window, you think you can help with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to attack. Do I have to roll or anything?
Just don't get a 1.
Okay. 13.
All right, you strike the boards. I'm assuming you're using your great axe
Yes. Oh, the Warhammer.
or warhammer. That's right.
That's a 5.
Actually, roll double dice because with the hammer's designed to break things down like that.
That's a 9.
All right, with 9 damage, you break 3 more of the boards free, and now there's a decent-sized space to get in the window. Your hammer just kind of shatters its way down one board after another.
Yeah, teamwork.
All right, and Sorrow, the tiefling sorcerer, you are up.
Well, it's nice that you opened up. I guess I'll go inside now.
All right,
and figure out what's going on.
I can't see it.
Bloop.
you are a brave bounty hunter after all, despite being a squishy sorcerer.
Hee, hee.
Let's start extending it.
All right, those are pillars, by the way, in the center of the room.
Yes.
All right. So you can take cover behind that pillar if you want to.
Let me roll a stealth check so I can just kind of hide. So I have a feeling there's something in here that I don't want to get hit by. Because I don't like abandoned places like that. It just sounds dangerous. 5.
All right, well, you think you've hidden expertly behind that pillar.
Are there any runes on this floor?
Like magic runes? Not that you noticed.
Yeah.
So, Sorrow, give me a perception check. Again, with the swirling wind, it's hard for you to hear, but give me a perception check.
I can't even see what that...
That's a 6.
So that'd be 6.
All right, all you hear is the sound of the rushing wind as it sucks the air out of the house.
This wind is very noisy. Goodness.
Put a bag over it and steal it.
If only somebody wanted to deal with it.
It's just like he's never gonna let us down.
It's just gonna hang over our heads forever.
All right, the wind swirls around the paladin but doesn't appear to do any damage. In other words, I missed.
Too sturdy.
Why were you just
I won't be swept off the ground.
All right, Goliath, the druid halfling, who's in wolf form.
So if I move into the house, do I still risk the opportunity attack?
You would think so, because the wind lashed out at the lizard folk as he ran by. You could take a disengage action if you want.
And then I'd have bonus movement to dash.
Or you would just be able to use your regular movement.
To dash. I'll do that. I
Well,
want
I'm
to
a protection paladin, so I can give it disadvantage as a reaction on its attack against you.
Oh, alright. Then I just try to move into the house.
In the bottom of that case.
I don't know. Are you going to keep fighting the wind? What are you going to do?
I got my ooze there, and I'm there. I'm gonna keep
Alright,
fighting.
I'll attack again.
All right,
Put it in a bag. Steal it.
I don't have any bags. You can come if you want.
I don't think
16
change
plus
works.
5, 21.
you hit.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's a bite.
Yeah, it's just the only one it's got.
Yeah.
6 plus 3.
You bite a hearty chunk out of the wind.
That's first.
That works.
8 plus 5, 13.
13 damage. All right.
And it has
got
to succeed on. Can it be knocked prone? Is it possible?
It cannot be knocked prone.
Okay.
Yeah.
35.
It's a win.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
35.
35? All right. It howls, but it still seems strong and forceful as the wind continues to blow around. You notice it doesn't seem to be attacking as frequently as it did the first turn. Apparently, the ooze covering up the well is denying it its lair action.
I like this ooze.
Yeah, it's really useful.
All right, Saat.
It's really ooze.
All right.
Yeah.
I am going to tell Lizard to help them, right? I'm going to yell out behind me.
All right.
And then I'm going to kind of like try to sneak through here and see, like, hook my head into here and see what I see.
All right.
Well,
You
can I?
probably
Is this a
spot
door that I
him
can
immediately.
walk
With
That
his-
is a door you can walk in.
in? Okay. Do I see? What do I see?
All right. It looks like a small storage room.
Okay.
It's dusty and relatively empty.
Okay. Nothing trying to kill me though, right?
Nothing's trying to kill you. Now that you are out of the wind tunnel created by the single open door,
Right.
you hear noise on the other side of this door.
Okay.
You would have to spend your action to kind of investigate. But right now you're using your action to have Lizard attack.
Yep.
All right.
And he's going to do just that. And he's probably going to whiff. I have this written down. That is 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
Wow. Well, it was a valiant effort, Lizard. Alas, that is all I can do.
All right, Oric.
I want to look over at you and be like, how'd the air taste? It looked like you got a good chunk out of it. No good? Well,
I would imagine it's kind of hard to breathe after you take a bite out of the wind.
As I stick my tongue at you.
yeah,
Might take your breath away a little bit.
that's fine. I get the meaning. I'll swing at it with my pick. That is a 23.
That's going to hit. That's a high roll, even with disadvantage.
Yeah, I rolled good with that one. 6 damage for me, and then we'll have the ooze attack.
All right, so Oric swings his pickaxe and strikes the wind.
That is a 15 for the ooze.
That's going to hit.
I can do that.
Is he dead yet?
Now what's the math?
8. That's 8 for the ooze.
8 for the ooze? Okay. That makes the math easier. All right. And
That's it for me. I can't do anything.
all right, so the dwarf and the ooze attack the wind, somehow managing to strike it with their pickaxe and the gooiness of ooziness.
Yeah. Maybe I'll break off a few chunks so you can keep it with us.
All right, Sethrakar, Dragonborn monk.
I'm going to go through the window
All right,
and maybe go to the opposite side of my friend.
the opposite side of the pillar here.
Well,
Or-
explore the other side of the house.
All right, so
So like this
5,
pillar?
10, 15, 20.
Like around here, yeah.
All right, so with your movement, you can make it to there.
Make it hard for him to escape.
All right, and give me a perception check.
All right.
Again, it's difficult to hear in here because the wind is swirling around.
And there's a lot of people screaming ooze. So I hear.
There was one big scream of ooze.
16.
All right. As you move through the hallway, you definitely hear the sound of clanking, and like, not like loud clanking, but like small clanking, almost like you would hear at a restaurant when people are eating off of plates, but a lot of it.
Concerning.
No. Just very exclusive restaurant. Get past the wind, the fog. That's all.
Assassins.
Yeah.
You know, only the best.
Place is haunted.
Eh, it's haunted.
Probably. Or we got cannibals.
You say that out loud? The place is haunted?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I mean, there is a scary wind source and there's creepy noises inside. That's a good deduction.
Well, that's concerning. But then again, there's fog and it's sunny outside. Is it going to be normal? Really?
Alright.
Nothing's ever normal, Big Fry.
Slayer, Minotaur, you are up.
I'm just gonna climb through and then I'm gonna come into this room.
Alright. This room appears to be what might have been the kitchen at some point.
Okay.
There's some tall cabinets there that have, looks like there should be dishes on them, but they're not.
I'll just put my ear up to the door and try to like hear anything.
Not the one you just came through, but the one beside you.
Yes.
Alright. It's kind of hard to put your ear up against the door with your horns.
Yeah. I was saying that'd be 17.
Ah, yes. You definitely hear chatter. You hear the clanking of metal. And you hear, Steins, it's time to go to war.
Oh. I hear evil afoot. Probably demons.
Probably demons.
Probably demons.
You always think it's demons.
It's always demons.
You remind me of the kids that always wanted to duel.
Yes. Probably demons.
You're lucky. If you rolled low, maybe your horn would have gotten stuck through the door or something. You couldn't get back after you put your ear to it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think that's the end of my turn.
Alright. And Sorrow.
I want to try another perception check around the area.
Alright. Any particular place you're listening?
I'm trying to hear kind of in the parlor, just trying to hear something over the wind.
Alright.
Really.
Alright, go ahead and roll your perception check.
Oh, it's a 20.
It's a natural 20.
The perception is 0, so it's 20.
Alright. You clearly, in between gusts of wind, you clearly hear a battle cry that says, Bronze, unite! And about that time, a light comes from that open door in front of the monk, as if that room just lit up.
Whoops.
I think there are spirits in this house. Or maybe I'm not perceiving. My eyes don't perceive things very well. But my ears hear much better.
Alright.
I'd say get ready.
So, the gust of wind lashes out and attacks the paladin again. Ooh, that time it hits.
Oh.
And it hits hard. One of those is a critical.
Goodbye.
I'm fine. Does it still get 2 attacks? Or?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
getting 2 attacks instead of 4 attacks.
That's fine.
Goodbye, sweet prince.
I believe that's 19 damage.
That's fine.
The king is dead along with the king.
Its layer action is what it used to pick him up and swirl him around.
Damn.
But it gets the layer action if the well is open, which it's not right now because it's gummed up with big gray ooze.
Ooze is great. I love the ooze.
Alright, and Goliath.
Try to bite the wind again.
Alright, the dire wolf lashes out at the wind.
I'm in the right table. Williams,
I have 13.
13 does not hit.
I'm sorry, man.
So by now you probably know what its armor class is.
Yep.
Alright, and we are back at the top with Sats.
All right. Do I notice lights coming on over here?
Did you leave that door open?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Then I'm going to kind of step back here, right, and try to. And I'm just going to stay in that corner there for right now, and then I'm just going to have Lizard keep munching on that wind. Come on, Lizard. That should hit, right? That's 17 to hit.
That's gonna hit. The lizard gets a big mouthful of wind and bites down hard.
Juicy. 10 damage.
Alright, add that to the damage tracker. And as the giant lizard wrestles with the wind in its teeth, Oric, you are up.
Awesome. Well, I'll keep up with it. I'll swing my pick at it again. Well, I might as well just use my channel divinity to take a +10, so that'd be a 23.
23?
Yep.
That's going to hit.
Okay. And I'll really okay. Whatever. I'll smite it, and I'll non-lethally smite it, I guess.
But you can't non-lethal smite.
It's
Yeah.
not a melee. It doesn't count as one.
No, the magic. You can't non-lethal magic.
Well, I'm smiting it anyway. So,
All right.
Hell yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know how you would capture the wind anyway.
Yeah, it's wind.
It's jar.
Wind.
You keep telling me.
Jar.
So
What, put it in a
is-
vacuum? How are we gonna do
I
that?
have a hold.
I don't think we have one, unfortunately.
I don't think we do.
19.
19.
Yep.
19 total damage.
Yeah, for me. And then the ooze still.
right.
If I want the ooze to attack.
79.
Go ahead,
Dead?
attack with
Okay.
the ooze. Your
That
Your
is
glowing holy pickaxe strikes the wind, and the ooze continues to wrestle with this invisible foe.
14.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. Let's see what it does. That's 11 damage.
11 damage.
Yep.
All right.
It's 90.
The howling of the wind seems to be weakening, as if you may be starting to best this invisible creature.
You're about to go
Somebody
down
has
one
to.
hit.
All right.
It is our job to best the elements.
Sethrakar, the Dragonborn monk. You just saw the light come on in the room ahead of you from the open door.
That's right in front of you, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's that doorway right, like 20 feet ahead of you.
I don't want to be dumb, so I think I'm going to hide behind the pillar.
All right, so you're just gonna back up and hide behind the pillar.
Yeah, like
Count
right,
them
All right.
escape.
right, one of those two, yeah.
All right, you gonna make a stealth check to hide.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't be stealth without stealth check.
19 plus
Nice.
2. Nice.
21, nice.
All right, so you feel like you are very well hidden. The tiefling thought he was very well hidden too, but you can tell that he's not.
Stretched up right behind it.
All right, Slayer.
Yes. My person knows that he's not good at talking, so he's not just gonna barge in. I'm just gonna try to. I'm just ready in action. If everybody comes through my door, I'm gonna stab them.
All right, so you ready your hammer to smash anything that comes through your door.
Yes.
All right. And Sorrow, the tiefling sorcerer.
I'm gonna use Blade Ward. I don't like where this is going.
All right, so you cast a spell on yourself and give yourself a sense of protection.
Yep.
All right, just then, this door flies open, and several small creatures come charging out, shouting, "Tor! Tor! War! Charge!" They appear to be a bunch of beer steins that are armed and covered with silverware. Their legs are made out of like spoons and ladles and spatulas. Their arms are made out of knives and forks. Their heads appear to be covered with, butter knives and other small utensils.
No, not butter.
But at their core, their torso is a beer stein. And they shout, "Steins, it is our turn to face our foes." About the same time, you see a bunch of candelabras that are lit, bronze candelabras, come running out of that room over there. And they come charging out, also shouting battle cries and glowing with hot fire as if their candles were lit, but there are no candles. They just look like little fiery bronze creatures that are running out. But if they were standing still, they would definitely just be a bronze candelabra.
This is the beauty
Beauty and the Beast house?
I was thinking the same thing.
No, that story's French. There'd be no beer
No,
steins in
no
there.
one's singing. No one's singing to our
French
guest to
journalist.
us. I feel offended.
Yeah, they're issuing war cries. No one's singing "Be Our Guest." They do appear to be charging at each other.
Oh, so you're just back out of the way.
A gang war.
It's a gang war.
West Side Story.
All right, Goliath, the halfling druid, you're up.
V candles.
We're fighting to win.
Another attack on the wind.
Oh, wait, I roll as advantage, right? 'Cause the wind
He's
is-
invisible.
Oh, it's a wash. We said.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. 8.
All right, Socks.
All right.
You hear and you can see the battle about to ensue in the hall.
All right. I'm gonna like push the door in front of me, like kind of like crack it, right? And then
So this door is partially closed.
yeah.
All right.
It's just open enough that I can see through it. And Lizard's he's doing what I told him to do. And that is to eat that guy with a smile on his face.
To eat
Except
the wind.
yeah, that's not gonna hit. That's a 12.
Okay. So Lizard does not attack the or
Right. So he
successfully
like
attack
tries
the
to
wind.
munch, but he whiffs.
All right. Oric, you're still facing the wind. The brave paladin faces the mighty.
You already
sinister
know what I'm
wind.
about to do. That is a 19.
That's gonna hit.
Uh, 11 damage.
All right.
Like,
The ooze.
it's over 100 now.
All right.
That is a 17 for the ooze.
All right. The ooze hits.
There we go. Back to 01.
7, 8. So that puts it at 109.
All right. The wind makes a gurgling, like swallowing sound as it gets sucked down into the well. And give me a dexterity save for your ooze.
Okay.
Oh, it's gone.
That's fine. I can resummon him.
Here comes the suck.
17.
17.
I rolled really. It's got a -2. I rolled really well.
Wow, you're rolling lights out over there. All right, somehow your ooze manages to cling on to the angel statue and not get sucked into the vacuum that's created when the invisible wind disappears.
Nice.
And as the howling wind stops and dies down, and as the druid predicted, the fog starts to lower, creepily settles down above your heads.
I'll be like, let's get inside, you guys. The ooze can stay on top of the well. I'll tell it to just stay put there.
All right, so the ooze is going to cap the well.
Yep.
Keep.
Until we can come up with a better solution.
All right, you all just follow his orders and run inside.
Yep.
All right. Lizard
Like,
too?
come on, lizard.
Lizard is was not told to go inside, so he's staying put outside.
All right.
Great. They can be buddies.
Who's in the lizard?
Yeah.
All right.
My
And
favorite cartoon, Lizard and the Oops.
all right, Sethrakar, it's your turn.
We're outsiders in this.
Well, I don't see any reason to get in this little gang war because they're not money, even though they're shiny. So they serve no purpose to me.
You can sell them to the circus.
Tempting.
All right, so you're just gonna stay hidden behind your pillar.
I was thinking. I mean, besides that, or try and stick past to see what else this place has.
Either way, if you want to delay your action to see which way they're running, you can do that. And once they run by, you can sneak away.
That's a smart idea. That's why you're the DM. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Well, since you've only played a couple times before, I thought I'd give you some tips.
Thank you.
All right.
I think I'll do that. Yes.
All right, so Sorrow, Tiefling.
I think it's actually Slayer.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Thank you.
I'm gonna just run up to all the way to here and I'm gonna just watch what happens next.
All right, are you trying to be hidden behind?
No.
You're just standing there out in the open.
It's very menacing.
All right.
The walls shake as he comes around the corner. You hear him trotting up.
You know what? I'm gonna take my dash action and just sit myself right here.
You're gonna run through the middle of the battlefield.
Excuse me, coming through. Don't mind me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 opportunity attacks.
All right, so you just dash through the middle of their battlefield. All right, Sorrow.
I'm gonna disengage and just walk to the porch. Nah, no.
You're
I did not come here for this. Come on, man.
You're gonna disengage and
No,
do
I'm
what?
gonna walk in there.
All right,
I'm done.
all right. So
I'm
you're
taking a seat on the freaking couch. I'm done.
all right. So you're in the parlor.
I'm just sitting down. It's like, this is what my life has come to.
Yeah.
Freaking candelabras and steins.
I don't know what's
I'm
in
gonna do
there.
a job.
Demon Butler comes from around the corner. He was waiting for
You
you.
didn't ask, did the wind drop anything?
Well, it's dropping a fog.
Whatever, if it did drop anything, it'd be in the well. Yeah.
We can come back for that. Luz is guarding it.
All right. So as the Minotaur runs across the battlefield, the little animated objects go, "They have allies! We've been betrayed!" And they all retreat back into their rooms.
Look at what you've done.
I've done it. I've stopped the game. Single-handedly. I'm better than the police.
From your vantage point, you can hear the candelabra say, "Take cover! Take cover!" And their lights go out.
What is going on?
Who are we gonna murder first is the question.
So are we still in initiative then?
If you guys want to try to attack the little things, you can.
I see no need to, personally.
Are they
I already
evil?
disengaged. This is just no. No.
I don't know.
Why don't you try and talk
Or
to
is
them
there
and find
another-
out? We can talk.
Okay, I'm a little.
There are stairs that go up.
They are capable of speech. We can reverse them
Try
to
some
them.
laugh things. It's a bad idea.
We're gonna go up the stairs?
I'm gonna try to talk to one side.
All right, which side are you going to go talk to? The Steins or the candelabras?
The Steins, obviously.
All right.
So what you gonna do? Knock on the door?
Yeah, I'm just knocking on the door.
Hello.
You hear one of the Steins say, "Nobody's here."
But you just answered me.
Oh shit! All right. What do you want?
I simply want to talk. No murdering, no squashing.
We don't believe you.
I'm so trustworthy looking.
The horned beasts? I'm surprised you even talk.
I know many are surprised.
Aren't you happy the wind's gone?
I've turned over a new leaf. If you're not evil, I won't murder you.
Well, we're not evil. The candelabras are evil. Go murder them.
Okay. I'll just walk over to the candelabra
All right.
and we'll knock on the. Oh.
You
There.
don't have a door.
Hello there, I've been sent to murder you.
You say that when you.
Yes, but I want to talk to you as well.
Well, they're all hiding, so you don't see them right now.
Oh, I wish to speak with your leader.
Give me a perception check.
That's a 4.
All right. You hear a little bit of a clank, but no one seems to be coming out.
They all
Talk to the room.
Oh. I did talk to them.
Just keep talking in the room.
I'm gonna just leave. I'm disappointed now.
All right. You've lost interest.
Yes. They're harmless.
Is there anything else to search down here?
We haven't been into this one.
Yeah, let's
True.
let's
We
go
haven't
on
been
these
into
other
any of
rooms.
these.
We haven't been upstairs either.
Yeah, but I think we want to wait for upstairs first.
Kind of chased them back into that room.
So to go into that room,
I made sure they stayed put.
Well, there's a door there.
well, I mean that's outside. I'm over here.
You could come in this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I get in there and sort of like cut them off? Yeah, like keep them in one place.
Well, go explore that side. I'll head over since you're all the way on that side.
They're right
I'll
next to
explore
you.
this room.
Put me up in the other one. Let's see what's going on up there.
All right. So the wolf is going to come around this way.
Check it out.
All right. You easily fit through the double door here, but you're going to have to squeeze into that door to get in there.
You can sniff around now that we dealt with that wind.
So I have advantage.
Yep.
I wonder if I can buy this mansion.
Ooh, a 7 and a 5.
Well, even with your 7,
Yeah.
you get a nostril full of foul stench, as if there's rotting food somewhere in here. In fact, they're pretty sure it's coming from these shelves over here.
But I discern no other items or anything that can help us.
A bunch of broken furniture. There's an old picture hanging on this wall that's so faded you can't really tell what it is. You look at it, at one point it looks like it might be a woman and a child. Another, you squint a little bit, it might be an octopus. You're not really sure. The
It's a
painting's,
magic eye poster.
the painting's that old and that faded.
What's in that room?
In that room, there's a foul stench of mildew as the floor is all torn up, and there's like kind of a gurgling, bubbling mud underneath those broken floorboards.
Ooh. I'll go over and just put my hands in it.
You're gonna put your hands in the
In
mud?
the mud?
Yes.
I
The
love
gurgling mud.
All right. The closer you get, give me a perception check.
Okay. That's a 10.
All right. You don't realize it's not just mud until you put your hands in it, and the stench is so bad you think it's some sort of waste,
Okay.
as if something might have used to live in this room, and that was,
Or it's still in there.
Different kind of ooze.
different kind of area.
It might be due.
It does me no good to go to the other things because I can't talk to them, right?
No.
Or even telepathic with them, right? That's something I can do with them, right?
If someone could perceive them in the room.
What happened to Lizard?
Oh, he's still out there. We killed the wind.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go get Lizard then.
yeah. You
Alright.
got yeah. The fog's out there now, but
He did a good
could hear you.
Good Lizard. I'm gonna pet him on the head and bring Lizard inside.
Alright.
With me.
Yeah. He ate a bunch of air though. You might get some indigestion. I don't know.
It's all right.
I get a lot of gas.
Lizard door.
He burps.
Right.
Big old lizard belch.
Well,
A
are we
couple
gonna do
toenails
anything
come
with
up from the leg he was just eating.
Are we gonna do anything with the animated things, or are we going upstairs?
We should, at least someone should talk to them. That
Oh,
doesn't have
we came in
7
at the end. I have no
intelligence.
idea what's up with these things. I was like, what's going on? What did you all do in here?
I only know how to kill.
There's
you
some like crazy cups and candles
There was a
at
game
war
war.
with one another.
It's like a
They're
D-rated
like
movie
snapping
of
their
Beauty and
fingers
the Beast.
across the floor here.
What's
I mean,
it?
honestly, they're only like that tall.
Yeah.
I mean, we could probably just like move them aside, really.
I don't know what to make of this. You said that there was a test at the other temple, right? Maybe this is part of this test.
How big were they?
Like
Probably
the
good.
size of an actual,
Like a mug, like a mug.
like a beer stein. Yeah, beer mug.
I'm just gonna walk over and
with
open the
arms-
door and walk in the door and like, what do I see? Other than these little beer mugs.
So I can tell you because you weren't here last week.
Okay.
We needed pieces of things to finish the puzzle.
Okay.
So I don't know if we need one of each of these or not. Last week we needed a piece out of every room we were in.
But yeah, they're kind of huddled up and they're talking amongst themselves, trying to figure out what that big horned beast was.
Yeah.
Okay.
A demon, no doubt.
Okay.
Looking
But
at
yeah,
the big
they're
lizard.
basically like old pewter beer steins with tarnished silverware legs and arms.
I'll walk
right.
over with you. I'll heal myself on the way.
They talk when they talk. The flap on
top?
the flap on the stein pops up and down.
All right, so
You shall pay.
there's on the back side of the wall here. There's another door, right?
Right.
All right, so I open that and I see him, right?
Yep.
All right.
And at that point, they all cower and hide in the corner here. So they're all just like piled in that one spot right there.
Okay.
They neatly stack themselves and put themselves away in the cabinet.
I'd say bite it, but it's metal. I don't want to get a mouthful.
I mean, they're not really.
I'll break the ice. Like, what are you guys doing here?
What's going on? Because I saw, I think I took something or I ate something and I was seeing things. But I'm pretty sure I did perception, so I don't think I'm seeing things. You know
Turf
what?
war,
Never
cups
mind.
and candles.
My good friend Grumpy said utensils are everywhere and they're fighting fire candle things.
well-
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I say we just like let them have their turf
They're
war
shiny,
and
but
just
not money.
move on for now. And if we need
I'm done
to
with
interact
Ale.
with them in the future,
I'm done with Ale.
I mean,
This is
there it's a cup.
That's a good choice. Grumpy said.
Try to block them in so they don't.
So you tried to talk to the Steins. What did you say?
I'm just gonna ask him what's going on here. Like, what are you doing in this place, and why are you fighting these candelabras?
I kind of wanted to ask the candelabras that. Why are you fighting the?
All right,
what
so
are
you
those
asked the
guys?
same question. All right,
Yeah.
so the Steins say to you, this is our house. We live here. And the candelabras say to you, this is our house. And those Steins have invaded it.
Well, how long have you been here?
As long as we can remember.
And how long have the candelabras been here?
As long as I can remember.
Well, I think that there should be some amicable end to this then. Why can't you just live together in peace? You've both got your rooms. Surely there's more than enough room for both of you.
Well, if we didn't fight every day, what would we do?
What do you like to do?
Have you considered song and dance?
I mean, not to be rude, but you could maybe spruce this place up a little.
Well,
Could maybe make a profit out of it.
he kind of like, the lid on his Stein kind of tilts left to right as if he's kind of thinking. And he says, well, I kind of remember humans used to live here. I think that was our purpose.
Did you like having humans live here?
I mean, it wasn't as exciting as going to war every day, but you know, it provided some break from the monotony of fighting the candelabras.
Oh yeah, I bet. That could get boring after a while. Eternity of fighting each other.
Well, we always win.
Ah,
Yes.
Well,
I'm sure the candelabras say the same thing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
well, if you like humans, maybe they could come back, you know? We dealt with that wind monster out there. That won't be a problem anymore. Maybe you
monster?
heard it. Yeah.
Is that what that terrible noise was?
Oh yeah, most of it.
We've heard that for ages.
Oh, you must be pretty shocked. It's quiet now.
I didn't notice.
Well,
We were all concerned about the horned one.
Yes. The beast.
Well, is it just you two here? You and the candelabras?
Well, we never go upstairs. There's creepy noises up there too.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Tiny legs, bad with stairs.
Yeah.
It's like watching a puppy.
Yeah, they don't climb stairs very well. When your legs are made out of soup ladles.
Right.
Well, if we talk to the candelabras, maybe you guys can at least put off fighting while we're here.
Or, I don't know, go upstairs, fight whatever's creepy upstairs.
We could also see what is upstairs while trying to figure out how to make peace between these two and get the humans back.
Let's just let them charge up and die.
You're gonna ask them what's upstairs.
I don't think they've probably gone upstairs, but sure, why not?
I'm very sure they have no soul, so I'm just gonna let them go up and I won't feel guilty.
You're very sure they have no souls.
Yes.
Soulless heathens.
All right. So the candelabras say they're just growling and whistling.
Growling and whistling. Those. What?
Demons.
I'm gonna have to think a second about that. I don't know what.
Yeah, I
does
was
both
just
of
kind of.
those
I didn't want him to come back down and
Oh,
see a
wait,
mess of
there might be
silverware on the floor
Well, do we hear any
and
more
beating up
whistling?
candelabras while we left.
That whistling's
Can I
not
just like prop something against the
Well, the
door?
whistling was
We
from wind.
could probably do that. They wouldn't be able to get
So
out.
they're probably growling upstairs. There's probably some kind of.
You're gonna lock the Steins in the rooms where they can't fight.
I mean, they've been doing this
There's
for,
no door over here.
forever.
I say you suck in your ooze and let's head upstairs.
Maybe we should. Maybe
Yeah.
What's going to happen with the ooze could be the only thing holding the wind down there now. I mean,
That's what was done.
I thought the wind's dead.
well, the wound sucked back down in. I don't know what it's doing down there.
True.
I don't know if it's dead or if it's healing or what, but
So I'm going to walk into the other room where the candelabras are, and these two guys are talking with them.
Right.
And I'm going to check around to see if there's anything worth value, other than the candelabras, obviously, before I tell them, like, hey, I think we're going upstairs.
You're gonna loot their
Are we going
home
upstairs?
base.
Yeah, everything in this place other than the candelabras and the Steins.
It's just a wreck.
Yeah, it looks like if you touched it, it'd fall apart. It's like that old.
Yeah,
Distress.
no, let's see.
Are you gonna touch a candelabra and see if it falls apart?
Mighty Candle Flames, we're going to go upstairs. You stay here and please do not kill anything.
Good luck, brave one. We'd never go up the stairs.
well, I'm alone with the
Take one
Steins
for
now.
life.
I'm going to ask them if they have any
Take one
ale or something laying around.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, we missed the ale.
Oh, you don't have any.
That was the best part about the humans being around.
What's
Well,
the,
all the more reason for you to have a ceasefire. Bring the humans back.
What's the?
Or we could be the humans. You know.
I'll take some ale out and ask them if any of them want some.
I could take it as my place. That'd be fun.
Oh, the Steins like you now. They kind of hop over and like open their heads.
I'll pour a little bit in each one and have them hop on their way, I
Goes
guess.
directly into the brain.
What are the lighting conditions like in this house?
It's very dark now. The candelabras aren't lit.
All of us with dark vision are fine.
Yeah. Who has dark vision?
Me, I live in a labyrinth.
No, unfortunately.
So half of you have dark
I
vision.
don't know. What does a wolf have?
Not dark vision.
What's that?
Dark wolves don't have dark vision.
Passive perception.
So I pick up a candelabra.
This is simple.
You're gonna pick up a
And
candelabra.
I'm like, hey, bud,
You've been drafted.
You've been
You're
drafted.
coming upstairs, soldier.
why don't you turn your lights on here and we'll get this mess sorted out so you guys can go back to waging war with the cups.
Or don't wait
Upstairs.
Yeah, don't
wait
worry.
for the cups, yeah.
You see this guy, and I point the lizard. And I'm like, he'll eat anything before it gets to you. Don't worry.
You promise?
Promise.
I have a battle to fight tomorrow.
Promise.
I don't want to get eaten upstairs.
You'll be war ready by the morning. Don't worry.
You'll be safe and
Okay.
sound. Don't worry.
Okay.
He eats a lot of good things.
I've now recruited one candelabra,
An awakened candelabra.
an awakened
Make it a
candelabra.
gorilla army of babies.
I don't know if I should use. I don't know if I should say drafted or commandeered because
Drafted.
he's at least semi-sentient.
I'm a genius.
Well, if I'm done partying with the Steins, I'll be like, well, my companions are calling for me. If I don't come back, tell my story.
Tell my story.
Are you flipping the mat?
Yeah. The signs say, "We'll do our best to sing your glory, brave dwarf and brewmaster."
Ooh.
All right, this guy's coming with us though.
All right, your candelabra. All right, so which flight of stairs are you coming up?
I thought we were going up that spiral staircase.
Going up the center?
Yeah, I don't know, I guess.
Sure.
Why not?
You go first.
Wait, Lizard's not going to be able to fit up the spiral staircase.
Probably not.
You'll have to run up the side.
Oh,
You have to carry him sideways
blind.
under your arm.
He's bigger than I am.
Well, we can all share the load then, like a couch or something.
All right, so do they all lead? Does it lead to the same place that these stairs lead to?
All right, the spiral staircase leads into this room.
Right, and the
And
stairs
then
obviously
Lead to
the
these
hallway.
hallways, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go up the side here with Lizard.
All right, so put yourself on there. All right, as you're coming up the stairs, you
My
hear
Lizard man is. Oh, here he is.
you hear this a low growl like.
Okay.
and occasionally you hear like a tweeting sound, like it's kind of this. Okay, and then you hear.
It's Sylvester Tweety Bird.
All right.
It's a machine.
Sounds like snoring or something.
It's snoring. That sounds like snoring.
All right, where's the wolf?
You coming up one of the spiral staircases?
I don't know if the wolf does spirals very well, but
I not the spiral, but I mean the archways.
yeah.
I guess maybe I should make room in the hallway, huh?
It's not very nimble.
We've got some pretty big goons here.
He's a big wolfer.
All right, is that everybody? Is everybody up the stairs?
Nope.
We've got these two guys. I don't know where you guys go.
I'm going up a spiral staircase.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
All right.
I just followed the guy with the money.
Ooze is still on the well.
Outside on top of the well.
Cool. All right.
Is there anything in the spiral room?
You come up in the spiral room. It looks like it used to be the library. All the books on the shelves. Again, they look like they would fall apart if you touched them. They're old and rickety, and the place is thick with dust. You still hear that like growling and tweeting back and forth.
Can I check do an Arcana check to see if there's any kind of possible spell books in there that I might be able to use?
Sure.
Let me see. 16 plus 1, 17.
Yeah, it's clear that none of these are magical books because they're so worn and degraded. If it was a magic book, it would stand out easily amongst all these tattered remnants of books.
Darn. Looks like I'm gonna
Do I
look elsewhere.
perceive anything with the smelling?
Yeah.
18.
All right. You definitely smell a lot of dust, but you also smell the scent of a warm-blooded creature very nearby.
I'm cold-blooded, by the way. So is Lizard.
I can communicate telepathically, so I tell the paladin something's up. There's something nearby.
All right. What was your perception check? 18. Yeah, it's similar scent to a bear.
I tell them the same. So feel free to tell everybody if you want.
There's a bear-like creature somewhere.
Let's make haste then.
Well, this just got a whole lot more interesting.
I'll use my divine sense before we go anywhere and see if I can detect any celestials, fiends, undead, or any consecrated or desecrated things within 60 feet.
Rip the camera.
No, it's good. It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
You dropped the die.
Hey, I'm in the framing. Hey, there I am.
You're on TV.
You can actually see me now.
Hello, Mom.
The dream.
That worked out. All right. So you concentrate with your supernatural paladin senses, reach out into the divine, and nothing comes back. There's no fiends, no undeads, no fae.
No consecrated or desecrated anything?
No.
Ah, well, wow, my job's done
Josh,
then.
right by your foot.
Okay, I walk towards the smell.
One might pass under there.
You walk towards the smell?
Yeah, wherever I smell it. I smell it.
All right. It's on the other side of this door, right in front of you.
Is the door open? Can I get in it?
It's closed.
What you
You wanna
smell, boy?
you
Give
convey
out a
that
little bark or
information?
something, you found it.
Huh?
Give out a little bark or something that you found it. I'll come around the corner.
I bark.
All right. I think you found something. I'll come around.
Do you want me to open the door?
Yeah, open the door. We gotta get in there.
I do so. I open the door.
All right. When you open the door,
Oh, Wolfman's.
it's a rather
wolf is
strong stench.
barking.
You're a ranger. You're familiar with animals when they hibernate, and it looks like there's a large hibernating bear laying on the bed.
Okay.
In fact, give me a nature check.
I have many chains. We can chain it up.
3.
Yep, it's a bear.
There's a bear in here, fellas.
Do I know, since I'm a wolf, do I understand what it is or know what it is?
I mean, you're a druid, aren't you? You probably
Yeah,
have
I'm a
great
druid.
nature. You could
give
probably
me a
make a
nature check as well.
I took medicine instead of nature.
12.
All right.
Well,
So you say it's a bear, and the wolf shakes its head no.
Do I know what it
Well,
is?
then what is it, boy? Can I clap my hands?
You would know it's an owl bear.
Which I can
Oh,
tell
that's
you.
my favorite.
Which I can tell you, and you can tell everybody else, because I can communicate telepathically.
It's an owl bear.
on what side?
What?
What side? It's mother or it's father?
It's about a 50-50 split.
Ah,
Yeah.
both quarter owl bears. I see.
Quarter owl bears.
Oh my goodness.
It appears to be sound asleep on the bed.
Yeah,
light
let's
it on
not cause any problems.
Kind of, expands across the bed,
Wait a second.
taking up the whole bed.
I have advantage on all checks on owl bears. Wait, are they monstrosities?
Yes, they are.
Oh, I do have advantage on all checks with owl bears. I may have known that. No, I would not have.
So, should we close the door and explore and leave him sleeping? Or
Yeah, kind of good.
I mean, everything inside me wants to train this owl bear.
Well,
Okay.
if
We
we
have
wake
many
it up, we're
chains.
going to have to kill it.
Yeah, I think
They're my favorite D&D animals.
you could
We have
try.
no- we
You've
have
got
no-
advantage. You could get some food or something and try
I
it.
guess it could be like the elephant. We co-opted an elephant once, so.
I have many chains and nets you can use.
Do you
All
have
right.
good animal handling?
Yeah. Here's the plan. All right.
You go in there with your lizard, maybe, and we close the door behind
Here's
you.
the plan.
and-
I want to have Lizard. Lizard's going to run downstairs real quick and bring back another leg from one of those bodies.
Oh, I thought the body's
Right.
with me.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
You're still carrying the body.
All right, of course. Well, we're gonna take one of the legs from the guy that we already lost. Took one of his legs, right? And we're gonna I'm gonna walk up to the owl. Where's the owl? He's on the bed, right?
He's on the bed.
And I'm gonna hey bud.
Ask a question.
All right. As you get close, you notice that on the nightstand next to the bed, there's a very large pair of reading spectacles.
Maybe it's civilized.
what?
And the bugbear has a
Bugbear.
cap on its head and a little nightshirt. Well, I mean it's little on him, but
Right.
it would be a very large nightshirt on you.
Right. I'm going to.
He's one of those circus owl bears.
I'm picturing Owl from Winnie the Pooh. I'm gonna nudge him and be like, hey bud.
With the leg or with your
No,
hand?
with my hand.
I slowly back away.
Can I raise
All right, so Lizard's faithfully outside of the door. I'm we're going nudge him. Can I wake up the owl bear?
He kind of makes a snorting sound and still seems very sound asleep.
Yeah. I'm gonna shake him a little harder. Hey bud.
I'm gonna peek in the doorway and be like, why don't you put the leg in front of his nose? Maybe he'll smell it and wake up.
That's a good idea. Yeah, so it's
Waft
whatever
it a
that
little.
chemical is that wakes people up, right? I'm gonna do that with the
The
legs.
scent of flesh and
The scent of
blood.
flesh, right? I'm gonna in front of his beak.
All right, his eyes kind of squints a little bit, and his head twitches back and forth. In fact, at one point it almost turns all the way around like an owl, and then it snaps back, and his eyes open,
I'm ducking back around the door. I'm not there anymore.
and he says, "Oh, wow, for me?"
Absolutely.
He reaches out with his bare paw on his wing's arm and snatches up the leg, and starts chewing on the thigh of this leg, kind of picking big chunks of meat off with his beak.
I've never met an owl bear before. Are you a real owl bear?
What? Why, certainly.
I happen to love owl bears.
Well, nice to meet you. I am Dr. Barnes.
Doctor, you're a doctor? An owl bear with a doctorate, fellas. It's a miracle. Where are you from?
I'm from here.
In the house or Waterdeep itself?
Both. Yes, I'm the doctor of the school.
We're all level 3 here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're all level 3 straight.
Right, well, he's friendly. Well, what do you do here, Dr. Barnes?
Yes, Dr. Barnes.
Like Barnes and Noble?
Exactly.
It's a noble name, Dr. Barnes.
Why, I always thought so.
Yeah.
What's
So, are you a, like an owlbear?
Yes.
Or are you like a person owlbear?
Are you saying a were-owlbear?
No, like
like
a
a
person who polymorphed into an owlbear.
similar?
Oh, like a druid. Huh.
No,
Or
like
a
a
wizard.
person. Like,
No, I am an owlbear.
oh, so you're just a well-learned, well-educated owlbear then.
Well, I was awakened by the wizards of the school.
Oh, and then me.
Well, you literally awakened me, yes, but my mind was awakened by the wizards.
See, with my low intelligence in the real world, I would not have known that. What school are these wizards?
This was the School of Transmutation of the Magnus Academy.
That makes sense. How long have you been mapping here?
Well, I don't know, but... Oh, do you have many more questions? I really need to go outside. I've apparently been asleep for a very long time.
Oh, absolutely.
He kind of holds his stomach, and his stomach kind of gurgles a bit.
Yeah, and I'd step out of the way and let him walk on by.
Before you go, you wouldn't happen to know about the test, would you?
Oh, the test. You mean the first year exam?
Oh, yeah, something like that. Entrance exam, maybe, you know.
Oh, well, there are notes in the study next door. The entrance exam requires accessing the plane above the house.
Thank you, Dr. Barnes.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
I'd like to sit down and have a chat again sometime.
Oh, of course.
Take your time.
I really need to get outside.
Trust me, I know. Take your time.
So he quickly heads downstairs and outside.
Huh.
Well,
That's some
we're done with that. I'll
Thanks
make my
stuff.
way to the study next door and take a look, see if you find these notes that he was talking about.
yeah.
Yep. My guy's just going to go into here.
Go into the little nook there.
Yes.
All right.
That was a big
Just
bear.
a city.
So then we walk into the
It's
study?
called an owlbear.
All right. So who's all going in the study here?
I'm going in the study.
I will, since I was talking to him.
All right.
We don't know, there's nothing
That's a
else
lot
that
of
we
people
know.
lying outside.
All right. The wolf's outside.
Yeah.
You're exploring that little nook.
I'll show you anything interesting.
There's a bunch of barrels in there.
Perfect.
Of water in the barrels, if
Can we
anything.
search the barrels?
Well, he's in a different room than you are.
Yeah.
He's over here.
I like search the barrels.
There's an empty barrel, and there's a really foul-smelling vinegar-filled barrel. It looks like at some point it might have been a bunch of pickled herring. Even though it was pickled, it's been long enough that it doesn't look edible.
I'm gonna take that with me and leave the room.
Are you going to leave the room with a stinky?
Yes. It
You're a
could be
minotaur, you'll eat
flammable.
anything.
Aren't you dragging two bodies with you already?
Yes.
I like to think he has them attached to like a chain belt and he's just dragging them behind him.
Yeah.
I get the feeling you're about to be at disadvantage.
If you want to unload one of those, you can feed him to Lizard. He'll always take them.
Yes. I'll give it away. Eventually.
So can we find those notes that he was talking about? Or?
Like every other room in this house, the place is in shambles. Everything's either rotten or in disrepair or falling apart. So the things that aren't falling apart stand out very easily. There are 4 scrolls, and there is a letter that seems to be framed that's hung on the wall.
Can we read that letter? I figure we read the letter first.
You certainly can. The fact that it is in quite good condition suggests that the frame that the letter is under might be magical. But there's the letter.
You can read it then.
Okay. I greatly appreciate the transmutations. Their ability to craft arcane devices is most impressive. They can create so many different items. I had to make notes. Ice elementals and steam elementals. Elementals create
A decanter of endless water.
smoke elementals and magma elementals create ever-blooming, ever-smoking. Steam elementals and magma elementals create beads of force. Oh, this is a recipe list.
Yeah, a whole bunch of different things.
It's also fun to watch your first-year students struggle to catch the minor elementals. Of course,
Dr. Barnes.
Dr. Barnes is always available.
He's the owl bear.
I'm not cool after. We got a recipe list now. Take that with you.
Yeah.
So did you guys get that?
It's in a frame.
I heard part of it.
So there's a bunch of elementals that you can use to make
There's a
items.
bunch of recipes here to make magic items out of elementals.
Okay.
And so it says it's fun to watch the first year students struggle to catch the elementals. And so we have to catch elementals for our test apparently and make something, I guess.
So I wonder if we were supposed to catch that wind.
Yeah.
It's in the bottom of the well. Well, he said at the top of the
okay.
plane above the house, so I think that's where they might be.
So do we want to look through these other
Maybe that
rooms,
was
or do
just
we want to go upstairs?
Yeah, see if we can find any more spell books where I could possibly get some more
Yeah,
spells.
there's
out.
So the
scrolls there.
scrolls were these recipes, basically.
Well, that's the letter, and then the scrolls are something different.
Okay.
Yeah, there's four magic scrolls on the shelf.
Can we take a look?
Sure.
I'm not Arcana, so
You'll probably need to take a short rest in order to study these and figure out what they are.
Okay. sounds
As a
good.
sorcerer, you'll probably identify them because they look arcane and not divine. So do you guys, is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, we need
we
it
can
for the
take a
next.
short rest. I'll get my divinity back.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll research the rest of the floor for more interesting things.
More interesting things than magic scrolls?
Yes.
I mean,
And barrels.
we're like a lizard man, ranger, and a minotaur barbarian. We don't really care about wizard scrolls.
I'll come with
You
you
think I
guys.
can
That's not going to
read?
take an hour, so I'll walk with you and then I'll take my rest.
All right. So you search the rest of this floor. Everything's pretty well, beaten up, degraded, rotten, ruins. There's really nothing of value. The whole place is. The one interesting thing is that you do find a bunch of broken glass in this room, which is coming from the skylight above. And so, kind of at the top of this room is a damp, low-hanging fog from outside that's coming through the broken skylight.
Can I gather some of the glass
man.
with like some caltrops?
I know what I'm doing after we finish our rest.
All right. So you study the scrolls during your rest. There's a scroll of Earthbound. It's a spell called Earthbound. There's a scroll of Levitation. There's a scroll of Heat Metal, and there's a scroll of Water Breathing.
Almost like their elements.
Those all sound very
Scroll of
elementary.
okay, Earthbound, levitation.
Heat metal and water breathing. Right? Yep.
Awesome.
Can I
Something tells me
get out the skylight? How big is the skylight? Let me ask that.
It's large. If you look at the top of
Oh, right there.
yeah, it's a very large skylight.
Can I head out on the roof then
Certainly.
and see if I can get above this fog?
Sure.
I'll go
Alright.
up through the spiral staircase.
I'll go through the broken skylight.
All right, you're gonna climb up.
Yeah.
All right.
Lizard myself, of course.
All right. So put yourself up on the roof wherever you want to be.
Well, let's say like here, I guess.
Oh, that's right, because your giant lizard can walk on walls.
Right.
He's like a huge gecko.
Yeah. I mean, he can't go up the tiny staircase, so like this is the only way he can get up there. That's why I was asking like how big is it?
All right.
How far above me is it? Can I jump through there, or will the wolf fit through this?
Do you need a hand?
That's what I'm on.
Because I don't know if the wolf will fit up the spiral staircase, will it?
Well, if you guys take a long rest, I think you're out of your wolf shape. Doesn't
Oh, I thought we were
taking
taking
a
a
I
short
thought we
one.
did a short rest.
How long does your wild shape last?
An hour.
I think I'm okay for the.
I think
I
wild
thought-
shape only lasts an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. I thought it was if we took the long rest, I lost it.
But yeah, so you would be out of wolf form.
Look at that.
Did anybody want to
I'm
expend
back.
any? Did anybody want to expend any hit dice? All
Yeah, I did that.
right.
You might need a heal.
Yeah, I do need to heal.
All right.
Oh, well,
So
I don't, but I do.
during a short rest, you can always expend one of your hit dice.
So maybe 8.
So you could roll. You have 3d8 because you're third level. You can roll as many of those as you want to bring your hit points back up.
And that's how much you heal. Plus your con mod, right? Is it plus your con mod?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm full health. I haven't been hit yet, so.
That would be 9, so I didn't need that, but I'm back to full health.
All right, you're back to full health.
How do beasts? Do beasts have a hit die? Oh yeah, they do. Okay. D10.
All right, so while they're doing the rest, you guys are going up on the roof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a yell if something happens.
I wish to make things for people.
Yeah.
Since I don't really need anything, so.
I got
can
my
scout
scroll,
the
so I'm
area.
good.
All right. So about the time you come out of the skylight,
All right.
Oh my goodness.
some mechanical-looking humanoid fires at you with like these bolts of smoldering hot blaze, and two of them hit you.
Let's give a holler.
He might not be able to holler.
12.
13 damage.
I'm fine. I've probably still got more health than most people.
It basically fires 3 scorching rays your direction.
All right. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to roll initiative now.
Yes. It was prepared to attack anything that came up on the roof.
Are we all out now, or are we still sleeping?
Well, you guys don't have to be asleep during a short rest, but he's still studying scrolls.
Okay.
Did you roll any hit dice?
Yeah. I rolled
Okay.
one. Yeah.
So you guys are probably going to have to finish your short rest. You're going to have to sit this one out.
It's dangerous.
I got 23.
What?
21.
I was like, oh, such a good roll.
So I'm going to assume that you guys did this at the end of the short rest.
If you say no, you're gonna die probably.
Well,
Yes.
I'm here. I could beat a fool.
Well, you guys said you searched this whole floor.
Sure.
So I'm assuming that we're close to the end of the short rest before you actually go up on the roof.
Dr. Barnes is gonna be coming back like sometime too, and you wanted to talk to him, so. The owl bear.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a good 4 months to see.
Yeah, he'll be out there the rest of the day.
All right, so you got 23.
I got 21.
21. All right. And that's just everybody that's on the roof, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
30. Can I throw my barrel of pickled fish at it? I very much enjoyed it.
You're gonna throw the barrel of pickled herring at the.
Yes. It's very slimy. That's a 7.
All right. The pickled herring breaks on the wall and puts slimy, vinegary sauce all over the floor.
Such a shame.
You sauced him.
Too much sauce.
All right. Saat, the lizard folk ranger.
I'm gonna tell Lizard to go back down and inform them, right? Hopefully through like appropriate head nods. I'm gonna run across here, fire my bow at this guy, and then duck behind the corner. And then he's gonna climb down. I don't know how many moves it takes to climb down, but
It'll take him 2 turns to do that.
okay. That for me, that is a 17 to hit.
All right. That's going to hit.
For 8 damage.
8 damage. All right. You appear to have wounded this walking mechanical beast.
Okay.
Or walking mechanical humanoid. Alright, so it extends a finger and it points at you. You're wearing a breastplate, right?
Oh no, I'm not. I don't wear heavy armor.
With
What armor do you have?
I think I have armor.
You're a barbarian, right?
Yeah.
But I thought last time you put on a breastplate. You couldn't put on the whole suit of armor, but you just took the breastplate.
Well, I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the breastplate's medium.
Breastplate be dex. So what's your dexterity?
Right now it is full +4.
+4 dex.
Yeah.
So your armor class would be 17.
Okay.
I think. No, 16. Breastplate's 14, right? +2.
There we
So,
go.
yeah,
So yeah.
Alright. I just thought I remembered that from last time, but. Alright, so he points at you and your breastplate starts to glow red hot.
Do I look extra intimidating now?
You do look extra intimidating now. You also need to make a saving throw or you're going to take some damage.
So what should I add to that constitution?
We're still asleep.
That'd be 15.
I'm studying.
Nobody's agreed on Constitution.
Yeah, well that's my lowest score. It's not going to be wisdom. Like the thing.
Yeah, so you take 14 damage as your armor starts to burn your skin.
Not that bad.
And then he's going to use his movement to move back here and take cover behind the corner.
Oh, that's not a good idea for him. Then my turn again?
Yes, we're back to the top of the initiative.
I'm gonna dash all the way over here, and I'm going to use, and I'm going to throw him off the building.
Can you use your gore ability without making a melee attack?
Only if I use it after the dash action.
Okay, gotcha.
That's not going to work. That's
All
not
right.
going to cut it, Chief.
So in order to gore with your horns, you either have to make a melee attack with your action or a dash with your action.
Yeah.
And you have to move a certain amount of feet.
Right.
But clearly, he moved like.
Yeah, you moved a lot of feet. All right. So you try to knock him off the building, but you do not.
Yeah.
All right.
Traps.
Socks, you're up.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna move here and just do what I do best. No, not.
Miss him with an arrow.
With.
All right, the arrow swings wide,
You can't escape here, though.
and at this point, he's going to swing his sword.
Well, the lizard still moves, right? Is the lizard going to make it to us, or?
At the end of this turn.
Yeah,
Yeah, he can't move again until next turn.
All right. The 14 does not hit you.
No.
All right. So he swings his sword and misses the Minotaur, and you're up.
I'm going to try smashing. Yeah.
All right.
That is a 19.
With the hammer.
Yeah.
All right. So you hit him with the war hammer. You smash him on top of the head. His metal skull just crushes under the weight of your war hammer, and then his body starts to quake and shiver, and his armor just rips apart, and from inside of him busts out a pair of elementals.
I have bottles. I can trap them. Maybe.
All right.
You remember how the other guy ran ahead last time?
Yeah.
Considering he's got all the scrolls you need.
Yeah. So.
I have chains. That is all I need.
All right. So you've got a what looks like a
So is
fiery.
he flying?
That one's flying. Yes. Looks like a swirling, flying mass of magma.
Okay.
And then
Yes, I
a
understand.
crawling puddle of mud.
All right.
Oh no.
It's my turn, right?
It is your turn.
I tried to dilute them.
I am.
I was small. How much sleep did I need? I have to be getting ready to wake up.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bonus action cast Hail of Thorns,
How do you capture them?
All right.
and
right?
Probably just knock them out.
Fire at the mud elemental.
All right.
And that is 13 to hit.
13. You said at the mud elemental?
Yes.
All right, that's going to hit.
All right. And so he is going to take. Oh my goodness, I'm rolling like garbage. 4 damage.
4 damage to the mud elemental?
Yeah.
All right.
And then I need both of them to make dexterity saving throws.
As your arrow erupts into a...
Like it shatters and like
hail of
sends
magic arrows.
like wood chips everywhere.
Gotcha.
So my DC is 12.
Alright, the magma elemental makes his saving throw. And so does the mud elemental, actually.
Of course they do. So they take 2 points of damage.
Alright, 2 more?
Yeah.
Alright, so put 2 on that guy. That's the mud elemental.
Mud. I'll remember that.
Alright, and...
Oh, wait. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, it's their turn.
It's the lizard's turn.
Oh, that's right.
And he's just gonna like run out here, and he sees the druid, right?
Yep.
So he's just gonna start like bouncing up and down and making that noise that they do in Star Wars, where it's like like that.
Right, wake up.
You're not asleep. It's just a short rest.
The short rest is you just like sit around and read or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, hell yeah. I'm up the stairs.
Alright.
Yeah. So he's gonna like turn back around and like make this noise and jump and kind of like motion that way.
Can I go? Oh well, you can't come with us yet, right? I can't go in and get you yet.
Yeah, they can.
You would have to get
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go, man. Because you got the scrolls.
Let us take care of business.
Let's yell. We'll give a yell and
It's
then
time to earn my money.
we have to roll initiative.
I think I'll turn into that.
Yeah, so everybody roll initiative and I'll put you guys in order here.
So I can get up the stairs and then change.
Yeah, that's a wasted spell slot.
You're,
Feels bad, man. Yeah.
9.
alright.
5 for me.
5?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
You just go put them after
oh,
the.
oh, oh. 21.
21. Alright, so... What was yours? You had a 20...
I had a 21.
21? Alright. And...
18.
18. Alright.
So has he figured out how to use the scrolls?
He knows what they are, yes.
Does he know how to use them?
That's a good question. Hang on 1 second.
You have to make Arcana checks, I'm pretty sure.
I do, but it doesn't tell me what the scrolls are for.
Let's see.
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
Alright, he's identified them. He can cast Earthbind, but so can you actually. And Earthbind basically takes a flying creature out of the air. Alright. Water breathing. Any of you three can cast it. Ranger, Druid, or Sorcerer. And what were the other two?
Metal, right?
Heat metal,
Heat
which
metal.
is a druid, I know.
Heat metal is Druid or Bard. So you can cast a heat metal spell. And then levitates.
Levitation, yeah.
The sorcerer can cast that.
So I guess what I'm saying is, do we know if we need to do anything to these elementals?
That's why I'm not seeing it.
Or we don't?
Fortunately, I have that book.
We don't know.
Oh, they haven't attacked yet.
Alright, so you shot an arrow at the elementals, yes?
Yes,
Alright.
specifically the mud elemental.
I'm a grappler.
The fire elemental just got hit by shrapnel.
The iced off heat metal thing on it.
Alright, so since you shot them, they don't like you.
Not one of
Alright,
the fire.
the mud elemental, like,
Mud.
as much as it can make a face out of its mud, creates like this big mouth, and its cheeks swell up, and then it spews mud at you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Come on, baby. That's that's not terrible. 14.
All right, 14. You nimbly dodge this sticky mud that shoots out at your feet and tries to trap you.
Close.
You hear ooze echoing from over there. The dwarf screaming ooze.
All right, and then the what kind of weapon? You have a bow in your hand, right?
Bow.
All right, so the method, or the
I already saw it.
the lava
I know how
elemental. He does a similar thing, but he breathes fire upon you. Give me another dexterity saving throw.
But that one's gonna fail.
All right, so you get caught up in his fiery breath, and you take 7 damage.
All right.
I'm gonna try grapple the mud elemental so that it gets onto the plate armor where you use heat metal.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try damage it with its friend.
All right. Well, when you took out the Warforged guy there,
Oh, I got
It's a
it.
concentration.
yeah, the heat metal effect went away.
I'm gonna just try to smush the mud elemental.
Smush it with your hammer.
Yes.
All right.
That's an 8.
8 total.
Yes.
All right, you miss. Your hammer strikes the ground, and the mud elemental, as best it can, kind of laughs at you. This gurgling.
I'm very
Picturing
angry.
Clayface.
Yeah, a small play face, basically. Yeah. All right. All right. So now you go again.
Okay. All right. I'm shooting the mud man. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Bingo, bingo. Where are my D8s? Here they are. 6 damage.
Okay.
So here, I'll let you do that. And then I am going to back up to here behind the corner, and then Lizard is going to, and I guess it's going to take 2 turns to climb up.
Yes.
Okay. He has a climb speed of 30.
Okay, he has an actual climb.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll only take him 1 turn.
Okay.
Plus, at this point, I figure you guys have knocked enough glass out of the skylight that it's a little safer to climb up now.
And I can roll damage on it if you want.
No, that just explains why it took you 2 turns last
Oh,
time.
okay. Okay. That is my turn, though.
All right, so Sorrow, our
Yes.
tiefling sorcerer, you are up.
Let us see. Let's see.
You're here.
Oh, I gotta run up the stairs.
Correct.
Yes.
So I'm gonna run up the stairs.
If somebody wants to ride Lizard, I'll allow it.
What the heck? I'll ride Lizard. 'Cause
All right.
I don't get many animal friends. So.
You want to dash and hop on Lizard?
Sure.
All right, so you use your action and your movement, and you are now riding the giant lizard. Better hold on tight. It's about to climb vertically up the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
That's pretty metal. Like a tiefling with
Right.
this red skin and horns on this big giant lizard going straight up the surface of the wall. All right, and Seth, the dragonborn monk.
Yeah, I'm gonna run to the stairs.
You gonna run the stairs?
Because I don't think Lizard can hold more than 1 person at a time.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Are those the right stairs?
Oh, you're right. My bad. You just said stairs.
That is true.
That is
So
true.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And are you going to dash as well?
Well, he has 40 feet because of unarmored
Oh, yeah,
movement.
that's right.
You're right. All right. So you get that far with your movement. So you can use your action to dash. I think you can also spend a key point to dash with your bonus action.
You should have. I put it
3
down
key
there
points,
somewhere.
isn't it?
I think it's, yeah, I think it's
It's 1
3.
per level.
Where is it?
Key points is 1 per level.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, 3.
Yeah, I'll use both of those. Why not?
All right, so with your bonus action, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, you are at the top of the stairs over there.
I got it.
And you got 5 more feet of movement, so you can move 1 more. And then if you wanted, I don't see why you can't use your action to dash again, right? Because you can dash with your bonus action and your action.
Yeah.
So you can move another 40 feet if you want to.
Why not?
All right.
I jog all the time. That's short. I think that's 40 feet.
Close enough. All right. I think you actually can move about 2 more squares, if I'm counting right.
Oh, okay.
Each square is 5 feet. All right.
It's 5
This is
feet.
mud, right?
Yeah, that's the mud one.
Okay. Oh yeah, 2.
Yeah, there's only 2 on the max one.
Womp. Feels bad, man.
All right, and
I got it.
the methods get to go. All right, so the magma one points at you.
Gosh darn it, not again.
Yep, and he's gonna heat your breastplate again.
Oh. That's an 8.
You take 8 damage. And I don't even know if you get a save against heat metal.
You have to make a save to see if you hold on to it or not. Or
That's what the
keep
save
it
is
on.
for,
Yeah.
right? But when you're wearing it, you really don't have a choice. I mean, you can make your save to try to take it off, but
Well, I
that's going to
think
take
it's
a while.
if it's. I think it says like hold on to it or throw it off.
Can I throw it at the mud monster?
Well, how long does it take to take a breastplate off?
A minute.
10
It
minutes.
says Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
No, I don't need to do
You
that.
can't.
Yeah, there's no, it's not save for less damage. It's just you take the damage. It's save to get rid of it.
Yeah, your best bet is to break his concentration on the spell.
Yes. It's murder.
All right, so your breastplate starts to heat up again. Your nipples are searing against it, and your fur is starting to singe.
Smell like a
The monk and the lizard folk are close enough to smell the foul smell of burnt minotaur hair.
Smell like a steakhouse.
What a weird delicacy from my hometown.
I can just imagine like the tan lines, right?
Someone likes going to the beach a bit too much.
All right, and then the mud method is going to. It's just gonna strike at you. It does not hit. It basically conjures up a big chunk of mud into like a fist and tries to swat at you.
Too fast.
All right, and where are we at?
Goliath.
Goliath, the halfling druid.
You only move 25 feet, right?
Yep.
Yep. You move a lot faster in wolf
Say
form.
it'll take forever for it to get up there.
Don't you move like 40 feet a turn in wolf form?
50 or 40 is the bear.
Can you go up the stairs
Oh,
in
how
wolf
high
form?
is how high is the skylight above me?
It's about 30 feet up.
I turned into the bear, and I have 30 feet of climb.
And there you go.
Take me with you. I have 25 feet of movement.
You can come on if you can get on me. You're in.
Well, you can hold your action for a turn, and then or until my turn next, and then I can come with you.
Why don't
Or I'll
you just
just
move
grab
up? Why
him.
don't you just move up there,
Why don't I just grab
and
him?
then he could just hop on like my man did.
Why don't I just grab him?
All right, so the bear moves in here, and then you use your move and your dash to hop on the bear.
Yep.
So the tiefling's riding the giant lizard up, and the dwarf's riding the bear.
Hey,
So I use my movement, so the next action I can climb through the
This should be
skylight. Is that
art
where
for a
it is?
mixed
Yep.
metal album.
All right, and Auric. Oh, you just
Yeah,
used your
just
move and your
climb with
dash
the
to hop
bear.
on the
Yep.
bear. All right, so about that time, this door flies open, and 2 more of these guys bust out.
Danger.
I thought we learned our lesson after the well, gentlemen.
Danger.
And this door opens, and 3 more of these guys come out. Where'd the other one go? Oh, give me the
Some
broken
water
one.
or something. We just need water.
All right, and it's a little bit early, but I think it might be good to stop here because this is a good cliffhanger. Because this battle is definitely going to take longer than 20 minutes.
Yes.
Tune in next time. Same bad channel, same bad place.
take a picture of it. Yeah.
Definitely.
If you liked what you've seen, consider giving us a follow so you'll know the next time we go live. Connect with us on our Facebook and Twitter. Links are located down below. And check out our website, capefeargames.com for all your gaming needs. Until next time, thanks for watching.